Whoop, technical difficulty. Give me 1 second. Sorry, guys. I already blew it. Hold on.
You can have your lab inspect this note as much as you want, but they may never discover what I already know.
And what is that, Mr. Crumb?
You find that crazy typewriter, and you'll have your kidnappers.
All right, there you go. Some fucking Hexella, some new stuff. Malefic Warpath from their new album. Sorry about the beginning. Total fucking unprofessionalness here on the Witching Hour, but that's how it goes. Because that's what we do here. So let's bring on the band and let's get this started. Here we got JD and Richard. What's going on, dudes?
Wait, hold on. Let me do that better.
Yeah, you got it. Nope. No, there you go.
Yeah. Oh, so an evil laugh.
Yeah, you gotta get that solemn laugh.
Yeah, we're all right. We're all right. How you doing?
So I was telling these guys earlier, I'm totally fanboying out. I got the new shirt and everything. So
I need one of those.
Money.
God damn it, dude. Shit.
Hey, you call your label up and you don't ask.
Yeah,
You
man.
demand.
I want one shirt. Damn it.
Can we get a
We're
shirt,
walking.
please?
Yeah.
No, don't do that.
Yeah,
All right, let's bring on Noelia. What's going on, Noelia?
Yay.
Woo! Stream already starting off unhinged. No, this is how it should be. This is a metal show. So, guys, let me ask, because you've been on the show before, so I don't think we need to rehash demos and all that. But just to do a quick, for people who may not know, when was the band started around, and what has been the progress since the first release?
The band started, I guess, the first song was written in 2019, and 2021, right, Joe?
That's when it finally came out in 21.
Yeah, in the summer of 21, the EP was written, and then in 22 it was pushed out by Goat Throne Records and Tenebrous Aberrations on tape and CD. And then we had another release, the split with Wolf Skull in 2023
with Aaron again.
With
Comos
Aaron
TX. He's in the chat, by the way.
This
We're talking
this
about
band right here. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Man. That's why I call him the boss man. I'm like, hey, what's up, boss man? He's the first
True
one,
Texas
dude.
Underground label. True
Yeah.
Texas Underground
Yeah,
label.
True Texas
Fuck yeah.
Underground label
Fuck
for
yeah.
sure. Is that still available over there? The split? I don't know. Aaron, can people still get the split? The What's Gold Hexella split?
I mean, we have a couple on hand for the shows, but I don't even. Do we?
Yeah,
What do we have?
we have maybe, I don't know, 10 of them,
Yeah.
10
CDs,
CDs or maybe 15 CDs. But that's it.
No
Yeah.
records, right?
No,
No.
I think we're out of records. Yeah. With outskis.
Well, that's always a good sign when you're not sitting on.
So maybe CD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Maybe
yeah, okay,
CD.
maybe CD. So if you want to get a copy, go check that out on Goat Throne Records. Check it out. So things started moving pretty fast since the split, right? How did you get involved with Hells Headbangers?
Francisco put it
I was
in
gonna
their
say that.
faces.
Franny?
He shoved it in their faces, basically.
Nah. It's not quite like that. Not quite like that. It's because it's cool, man. Like we have. I call him El Manager. For those of you who haven't noticed, he's the manager because Neta, he's a good friend. He's a good person, and he's just being super cool. And he just got the word out, And the people he was talking to, the timing was right, and they were interested in checking something out. So we lucked out there too. A little chaotic, it was very quick and easy.
Yeah, that was it. I don't know. I just didn't get that. But he was like, oh, I sent it to them.
No, that's good because
Let's
any door in's a good way to get in because I'm sure they get a million submissions.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, to their credit, dude, they go through a lot of that stuff, but it's too much.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
too much input, not enough, time to check it out. So it helps, but even that, it doesn't secure shit. I mean, they'll just be like, okay, let me hear that because it's still a pain in the ass. It's a lot. And if you're lucky, they'll be like, oh, that's cool, and then it goes from there. And we looked out, and
Thanks, man.
Chase was helping us out and stuff. Chase is really our direct connect with the Hells.
You
Yeah,
mean it's not the dog? The dog is
No, actually, we've
No,
never.
Never
No,
heard
right?
of
I never seen them really talk about it either. I'm like, what's up, J Dog? They're on your label and you do a show every day. Come on,
Just
dude.
kidding.
Ah, right.
No, I'm kidding.
It
I don't know.
because it sounds too much like this. You're
You just
welcome.
couldn't wait,
Be a
could you?
long night.
You're welcome.
It's talent.
You just
found a
couldn't
new
wait.
toy.
That's great. Well, let's look at this. I got my copy.
Eee.
I mean, you got vinyl, you got CD, you got a sticker,
Gotta put up against your shirt.
you got a
Yeah, right.
shirt. So you guys, I mean, it's cool that all bases are covered with one label, right? You're not scrambling around trying to keep up with different labels. Who's releasing this? Who's releasing that? You got
Sweet.
one home base, So that I like that because myself I get confused, like who's doing what? Who did I talk to? Who's gonna do the cassette? Who's gonna? How do you feel about that?
That's true. You're right. You have a good point there. I never really thought of it that way, but yeah, I've found myself in the situation where I'm like trying to find something and I'm like, who released this? And then they'll be like out of something and then you have to go look at the distros that like picked it up and yeah. Or if you're lucky, if it's something from overseas.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. Like when you're going overseas, that's when I feel
Right.
it helps for logistic reasons to have
Yeah.
the European print because they don't have to ship it overseas, right? So they just print them over there. If someone does that, then it just makes it cheaper to keep distributing, So.
I mean, that's the
Wink,
thing.
wink. Hit us up, Europe. Hit us up, Japan.
With modern stuff coming out nowadays, the shipping, it's really it's not worth it to
It's expensive,
have to
dude. Shipping
to
sucks.
ship overseas now, just even
Overseas,
to Europe.
for sure, yeah.
So you like any band coming out now, you really do have to try to secure a European release and a North American release as well because even in Canada you can't even ship ground to Canada anymore. It has to be through air. Everything's through air now, which is so
Really?
fucking expensive. Yeah, so securing that European, or at least having someone print it for the label in Europe is a big help than having to ship them over there and all that. So. My buddies in Omega Vortex are going through that. They're trying to find someone in America to release the U.S. version of their next album.
I don't know why. I'm
You
sorry.
would think you would think someone like them that would be easy, right, to secure some label to put that out, but it's not. Labels are very picky. So congrats
Well, here's
on
the
getting
thing.
it out.
That responsibility seems to fall on the band. Like the band has to get the first one, and then it seems like they got to also go get the second one. But I would think that let's say you signed with a person or a group of people who distribute, right? Okay, cool. Well, I would think it would be in their best interest as well to say, hey, let's have an agreement with the band. We're gonna release your album, but we're gonna do a side deal with a European group to release it over there. And then figure out details on all that shit. You know what I mean?
For sure, yeah.
Maybe they would say, hey, what happens over there, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Maybe the European stuff the band doesn't touch, but it's more directly with the label and the band. And as far as all that other bullshit, the business crap or whatever, copies and all that stuff, right, come from the American part. And that would benefit everybody. The band would, in the end, always benefit because it's spreading the noise. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
and they're gonna make money that way too. So everybody's happy.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just think if you're someone on Hells Headbangers, style label, a bigger metal label. I'm not saying they're Century Media, but they're actually, they're bigger. They do their. I don't even know if they have people at press for them over in Europe or not. I have no idea, but hopefully they do, and that would make it easier for you guys to get distribution over there as well. Than having
Yeah, for anybody. I
ship
mean,
them
not just
across.
us. I mean, in general,
anybody on their labels.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
So on the new album, I think I hear a little more JD-isms on the guitar. Now, Noelia, how much of a free rein did you give JD to add things, or were those all your licks? Maybe I'm wrong.
No. It was a lot of working together, and there's a couple songs that he wrote, You Can Hear, Leviathan Calls, that's all JD. I can't play like that. But what else? Leviathan Calls, Into 218.
Nocturnal Fury.
Nocturnal Fury. Yeah. for
Nocturnal Fury. Yeah, well, actually, all three of us fleshed that one out together.
Yeah. Well, here's the
yeah.
thing. Even if I claim to say, "Oh, I wrote that one," it's not like I wrote it, guys, and this is how it goes. It's like I like to filter them through Noelia's aesthetic or whatever, like her direction. I say, look, here's this idea. What do you think? And I like that. It makes the workflow cool when someone decides, you know what, dude, this project, you're the director. Like, the way you want it to sound, the way you want it to look. If you have an opinion, obviously we're fair. Like, we all share each other's ideas and stuff. But it feels good to be like, hey, man, at the end, thumbs up, thumbs down, you're the one, you know. And I like it, dude. We flow. We write stuff really well.
I mean, it works out because Joe and I have been listening to music together for a long time, and we've been jamming together for a long time. So he and I like understand each other on that level, I guess. So when it comes to like writing riffs together, it flows naturally, and I'm like open to a lot of his idea. Well, not all of them, but but
Yeah, no. Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
Like Organic Revelation, for instance, man, I couldn't sit with that one. Like when it was first written, I was like, nah.
Especially the first riff, we had to change
too
it.
clean, this too fancy.
It was too hardcore.
Like,
It was too hardcore.
like,
It wasn't black metal enough. You know,
no,
I remember
it
that
wasn't.
specifically.
It was like there was this. I don't know. It was like I don't know if it was the key like you were playing it.
Oh, it was also
or-
higher too. Yeah, it was like a higher hardcore crossover
like,
style
something
riff.
was just, like,
It
too
sounded like
gritty about it.
There he goes.
that.
Anyway, yeah, so I mean that's the kind of dynamic that you know we have like in writing, but a lot of writing together on this one as opposed to the last like the EP and then the split where Joe only really wrote one song. He wrote one song on that EP. But everything else was like, oh, here are the riffs, let's flesh these out together and all that.
And again, even that one I wrote, I was like, "Hey, Noe, what do you think of this song?" And it came from me, but she still helps to make it fit. You know what I mean? So it's always a collaborative effort. You know what I'm saying? There are some bands, you know, Carl, like where so and so will write a song and they'll be like, "Okay, this is my song."
Yeah.
And you play this song the way I want you to play the song, and then I've got a song too, so now I want you to play the song the way I wrote it, and then there's this cross jabbing of ideas. I don't know how else to say it.
It kind of actually screws up the whole process, right? Because everybody's like,
Sometimes
Yeah.
it works though. You never
not,
know.
not
I mean,
for me. I get tired when I present a riff and all of a sudden it starts getting played different. I'm like, that's not how I played it. You know,
Yeah,
it needs to be played like this.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, now
It's gotta
sometimes
fit. It has to fit. Yeah.
you know, it can be improved. Like, wait, well, what if we throw this little here? And I'm like, you gotta admit, like, when something sounds better too, and you'll be like, okay, yeah, that is
absolutely.
true too. But
But
obviously,
everybody's
like,
open in this band. Like, there's no like, right? Like, if Noe or somebody doesn't like something, it's easy. No, everybody's comfortable with each other, so you just say it and we fix it. So yeah.
yeah. Well, you gotta check your ego at the door sometimes.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Just,
Yeah.
If it sounds better, it sounds better. You know. And what are you gonna do?
Case in point. So like Richard was tracking the bass, right? And like we finished, right? And we're sitting and we're listening to it, and Noelia's there. She's here, right? So she's listening to, right? And we play it maybe 2 or 3 times, and she comes back in the room and she's like, "Man, I got this thing that I really need, like the bass at the end of the last song, I think, right? Was when the side falls.
Yeah.
I hear this lick and I want to show it to you." So okay, so Richard gives her, and dude, Richard's a true bass player. Richard's been playing bass forever. He's a real, not a guitar player who also plays
Yeah,
bass.
that's true. That is
He's
true.
a fucking bass player,
I wanna
right?
be a bassist.
All his life, right? And Noelia is a musician, right? She's not like, oh, fucking bass player, like that, right? So but Richard's like, hey, the ego, fuck that. What's your idea, Noe? Like, yeah, dude, what do you have it? So she gets the bass and she and plays his fucking
It was fucking awesome.
melodic black metal shit, and he's like, all right. So Richard learned it right away, and That's what came out on the album. After we were done, she couldn't let it go. She's like, guys, please just re-record this. Look,
and I was like, you're gonna kill me.
No,
you have to come back and record
did I? I didn't care. I didn't care. That stuff's fun to me. Like, oh shit, it's good. Yeah, let's
we
make it
didn't think
better.
of it, and it turned out to be fucking sick.
Yeah.
So hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So
And what's the worst that can
Noelia-
happen? You can press Control Z and then undo it. So whatever, it's not the end of the world.
No, Noelia made an executive call instead.
But it's
We
not
gotta
like
do
that
this.
though. Like, but
I
it's
know
not
what
like
you
that
mean.
at all.
I know
Like,
she's not coming in like, no, it's not gonna go.
Yeah,
that
no,
way.
this
what
was-
I'm saying.
I
But-
mean, in essence, you got to be brave to share your idea. So there is that step you have to make, but it's with the intent of with an open mind. It's more like sharing an idea instead of commanding an idea. Like, hey guys, check this out. Look, can you play this for me? And Richard, of course, it's still Richard's hands. It's still his fingers. So the notes come out the way he plays. You know what I mean? And it works. But that's what I was getting to in the beginning. I like having, for me, her being the head of the spear. It's like the final say so on no matter if he or I have an idea, it feels easier. Coming from other bands where I have to write stuff and I have to do it all. Like Richard normally writes the lyrics, does the vocals, writes riffs, so it feels good to let somebody else kind of like be the wheels, be the fume, So.
But also just keeps direction. Like, it keeps it from becoming too chaotic or
It's focused.
Yeah,
It's more focused.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think us three, like, we're all super good. We're good. We're great. Well, I'm great friends with them. They're more than friends, I guess. But we've known each other for a long time, and like, there's absolutely zero ego. Like, they could tell me, "Fuck, that thing you wrote sucks." And I told y'all that. I actually, before I joined the band, was like, I'll join, but you guys have to be comfortable and open with me. Like, if you don't like something, you tell me. I don't have an ego about it. I'll be like, cool, My worst fear is that, like, I play something that they don't like, and they're like, "Oh, we'll just have to add it to appease him." But that sucks, So, but I actually had that talk with y'all before we joined. I remember.
Yeah.
Before I joined.
Well,
I
that's
feel like
fucking
you
great.
would
Yeah.
also be the same way. Like, if you couldn't sit with something, Richard. Like,
No, but I have been honest with y'all. I've talked to you. Yeah.
but like I'm saying, like in your bands and stuff, like, no, we're not doing that. Like, I don't like it.
The funny thing is, like, in my other bands where I'm like the primary songwriter, like, I've had to like learn to let go, like, because writing a riff and like, originally I would like take this song that I finished, like, no, this is how I wrote it. And I had to learn to let go, because once you let go and you have these other musicians in your band for a reason, it just becomes better. Like,
Yeah, you got to remind yourself for a reason. I
Yeah.
chose to ask this dude
For sure.
to jam with us or I would have just fucking programmed it on a computer or whatever.
For sure. Yeah.
I like the way
Play
he
that myself.
plays.
Yeah.
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 Well, all right. I got a question, and this kind of bugs me, but maybe it doesn't bug you all. But I don't like you guys being thrown in the black and roll category. Like, how do you
How
feel
come
about
nobody
that?
says anything that we have any? I know. I'm surprised nobody mentions grind. Like, there's a lot of.
You know what?
Most
Actually,
of
some
it, I
the
agree.
chatter
Go ahead, Noel. Yeah.
mentioned grind, like black
Who
and
did?
grind. Somebody in the chat at one point mentioned black and grind, and I was like, he kind of gets it. He gets it. I don't remember who it was though, but it was a while back. I saw somebody say that, and I was like, yeah, there you go.
It's like punk metal black and grind.
I don't know what it is.
It's a little bit of this, a little bit of
I
that.
don't care.
Yeah. I just didn't like when I saw black and roll. Like, they don't sound like some
Metal punk.
midnight
Yeah.
type band or something. I don't. But
But we do put some of that in there, though. We do have some. We got a
Yeah,
little
there's
bit of
some rock
that.
and roll elements that we always, draw from, but it's a little. It's not just that. Like it's
More
not
like-
just that.
Venom and Celtic Frost, that's where
Yeah,
I
a lot
hear
more of that.
type of-
Motorhead, straight Motorhead too.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
I hear that.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on the internet that is inaccurate.
White
and
grind.
like, what do you do? What do you do? I'm gonna fucking email this person, like, whatever. Y'all don't know because you don't know. That's I don't
I,
care.
I don't know. In the end, I call it black metal. I still think it's just black metal in my book with touches of other things and all because your subject matter is evil stuff.
That's
You know,
cool.
it's
The
black.
spirit of it is there
Yeah.
Good
for
one.
sure, but it's not
Motorhead, right.
like traditional. Like the first wave. I think it leans more towards proto, black metal roots more than anything, right? With like some of that first wave stuff. And a
Oh,
lot of the other shit that we've always played, like in other bands, that's just inevitable. It's the way that we write our riffs,
is it?
like the grind and the hardcore and the punk and DB.
Is this like y'all's like first? I know it's not, but I'm going to ask. Is this like your first like straightforward evil band, or have you, JD? How many bands you've been in? Noelia, have you been in like black metal bands, or prior to this, or projects, or I want to hear about.
I'll go
that.
let Noe go first.
Oh, Joe, you go first.
My first band I was ever in, called Immortal Storm, we got banned from our first show because the owner was all like, man, that singer's way too evil, right? Like, I don't like that. She got everybody crazy. You guys can't come back and play here no more, And then my second show, we got banned at that location too because some fucking buddy in the crowd got all excited when Pico started throwing fucking pieces of the Bible in the audience through the book, and then someone's like, yeah, whoosh, lit it on fire, caused problems. So we were banned from that place too. I mean, evil shit, like satanic in the sense of the contrarian, the adversary, the anti, the asshole, the spiritual defier. You know what I mean? Like that kind of attitude. Fuck yeah, dude. A lot of bands from the beginning. Like, I love that shit. I had this, Noelia and I did this project called Lair, and that was a very black metal
It was avant-garde.
sounding. Yeah, it was black metal sounding. It wasn't true black metal music. It's black
Yeah,
metal
it was-
sounding, anti-cosmic kind of trippy stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
that wasn't satanic. I think that
no.
especially my lyrics at the time were more like on just an atheistic kind
Yeah.
of current.
Yeah, big time.
It was more like that, and I can honestly say that because I didn't like fully understand like Satanism and all of the occult stuff in a firmer way, like how I do now. So I didn't ever feel I didn't need a pose. That's it. I didn't
Yeah.
need a pose. Like
Oh, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
What about you, Richard? What type of prior bands?
Yeah,
or what's
this
going on
is
with you?
my first. Well, yeah, I played primarily in punk bands. Yeah, before these guys got me in here. So
But the thing is, he's got a lot of atheistic centric lyrics too.
Yeah.
He's not like a church boy square bear, and then over here he's being a naughty no boy in the weekends. Like Richard is very much a peer equal with us, even though he's playing this type of music, we're playing that kind of music. It's like fucking.
But even in my lyrics, like, right, I always
Yeah.
put this stuff in it. But
yeah,
yeah, so,
this guy's a very good lyricist as well. FYI.
it's subjective.
Did you contribute anything on here?
No, this no,
No.
yes.
Yeah, this is all no. Okay,
She's the
so
spear, dude.
Just my
Oh, yeah.
fingers.
Yeah.
what bands prior to this were you making noise in? Were they evil bands, or what was going on?
Oh, was that directed at me? I'm sorry.
Yes, to you.
Oh yeah. So I mean, I was in this band with Joe, and it was because I was writing
Oscar.
the lyrics. It was more on the atheistic, but also like horror side of things. It was very premature, very like me just figuring out how to finding like what it is that I guess I wanted to write. There was this
It was
one
pretty
song-
perverse lyrics though. Like there was some
Yeah,
pretty
there was
fucked
that
up.
one song. It was my favorite song, and now looking back, I realize like why I love Necrophagia and Ravenous so much. There was this song called "Love to Fuck the Dead,"
Love
and
to
it was
fuck the
about
dead.
necrophilia, and that was my favorite song. It was very it was very perverse. Um, that was like one of the earliest songs I wrote lyrically. So that was one band. It was called Absurdum. It was very flash in the pan, like very like, hey, do vocals, and me being like, yeah, I'm gonna, okay, like, all right, I wanted to try it because something in me felt like I could do it, and Joe was like, hey, help me out. So I did it, and it worked out for
Yeah,
me in the
there's been
end,
a lot
right?
of me telling Noelia, come on, you can do it. Come on, come here, let's go. She's like, all right, fine. I'm always dragging her into this shit. Well, I mean,
And
I'm kidding.
then,
I'm half kidding.
no, I mean, I wouldn't do it if I really didn't want to, right? It's just the like shyness thing. Like, you've lived on stages all your life, and not me. But
Yeah.
what other bands? I and then yeah, like Joe mentioned, Layer. I had another project, like a little project called Negative Effect. At first, that was a cover band with me and Joe, and then I wrote like two songs, and they were just very like misanthropic
Unreleased.
and atheistic. I released them and then I took them back down. This was right before Hexella. I just didn't do anything with it. And then I had another project called Dope Cult, but that one was not very evil. It was more uh, like self-loathing and drug-addled kind of stuff. But still, it wasn't satanic. It was anti-Christian. So all the things that I have been in have been anti-Christian for sure. Um, but I think with this band, this is my first band that I really like
Oh,
honed in on
Disolver.
something.
Ron
That
knows
wasn't
about
evil.
Disolver.
That wasn't
No,
even
I
my
know, but
band.
I'm just saying. I'm surprised someone fucking mentioned that shit. That was flash in the pan too. That was real.
That was
fast.
like a real like super basic, D beat.
And
that
actually,
wasn't
like, I was gonna say to clarify too, like, yeah, this I play in primarily punk bands, but like, I'm not new to the music. Like, this is my growing
Well,
up.
you
Like,
know,
Bad Three is
I
my
think
favorite
in,
band since high
like,
school. Since
Texas, and especially like South Texas, Houston, and you guys are in the deep South Texas, I guess I'll say. Kind of punk and metal almost hand in hand for like the people who are like really underground. I don't know how it is down there, but like totally. But I kind of get the feeling, there's a lot of punk dudes that jam metal, and a lot of metal dudes that jam punk. At least in San Antonio, like in the old scene, that's how it was.
Yeah.
You had Mayhem and Bathory, Celtic Frost, and then you had GBH going on, and Just Charge and whatever too at the same parties or whatever. So what is was that the same like environment down there for you guys as well?
Yeah, actually, it's very similar. San Antonio feels more like the Valley than, let's say, Corpus or Austin. What should I?
Oh yeah, Austin's a different world. That's why I said
The
South
Fog.
Texas.
Whatcha?
Oh, the Fog. They're coming back for
Yeah.
their gold. Damn it. That's
It's because we know that he always wears badass, like rare movie shirts, like horror movie shirts. He's got some good
That's
ones.
cool.
I just
like
bought it
that
because it's thin.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I was into metal. I didn't get into punk until like right. I think my senior year in high school. Like, I started listening to punk music. I grew up with metal, and yeah, all my friends would listen to both, I guess. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Just small community.
Yeah, that's what I really think it is. For it really to survive, especially for the underground, it kind of had to work together, Because if you just said, I only listen. I see a little more of that nowadays, but back in the past, it was like most people fucking jam underground music,
Yeah, and with the Valley, it's like there wasn't a lot of extreme music going on, so everybody kind of had to work together, and
Yeah.
they would have mixed genre shows and stuff back in those days, and you always hear about that. But I think as of like now or more recent years, like we have more bands and more people are like into extreme music, and you can curate your shows a little more.
Like, take it off.
Oh, you put
I don't know. With the valley being like so like far from everything as well, like back then I feel like people really had to work together, like, you know, with the
Yeah,
hardcore, the punk, the metal, the thrash, whatever it is, like everybody just had to get together and do that.
that's
like,
actually kind of how it
in
was
order
in
to
San
have
Antonio in
shows.
the early days. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what took you into more, you know, darker occult? Like, what did you get into? Like, were there authors? Was there books? Something that got you, you know, just to go dive deeper into darker occult subject matter? What was that?
Curiosity, music, reading lyrics, um, reading different books. I mean, I've already said this like on other podcasts, but it I think like listening to the Doors for me was like a big one. Songs like The End and Not to Touch the Earth, and reading
Yeah,
those lyrics
that's dark
and
stuff from back then for
as
sure.
the
Yeah.
yeah, or like the celebration of the lizard, or these concepts of like going like have you ever heard Celebration of the Lizard? It's like this long poem or whatever, and there's like music, and they would play it live, and there was this like concept of like going like inward and going somewhere, and I think that like it sparked something in my mind, like, oh, you could use music to take yourself somewhere else. And I think that's a really fascinating occult concept. You could say like that sparked it. And then
Cool.
further into just listening to black metal in my early 20s, like constantly reading lyrics. And I used to get into like new agey books and stuff like that. And everybody read the Satanic Bible and lots
Yep.
of texts on Luciferianism, like, you know, stuff like that, and Temple of the Black Light. And, you know, that whole thing with Azurite and the current 218. And that stuff was brought to me through our late friend right there, Joe Picos from Total Human Genocide, because I used to would sit down and write lyrics with him before Total Human Genocide. We would also do Poser Hate, and so I would pick his brain a lot and ask him like a lot of questions, and that
He was
led
in that
me.
band, that first shows that we got banned. He's also my singer back then. I
Yeah,
was 15.
yeah, and so he's been a big part of like, I guess, our musical like.
I hear you guys talk about
history.
him a lot. You know, priorly, he seems like to have a major influence.
He's one of my
on-
first metal friends. Like when I was a
on
little kid,
What you do?
Yeah.
he was like the person who showed you, like, okay, dude, come on, you weren't born knowing who fucking Mayhem was, right? We don't live in Norway, so one day in your life, someone goes, "Hey, Carl, check out this band. They're called Mayhem." The first time you ever heard them, of course. So now you're not a poser, right? Because somebody in your life came to you and showed them to you, and you're like, "Fuck yes, this is good," right? So it's like this guy was that guy for me. You know, he was that guy who was like, check out this band, check out that band. I mean, them Cities un Satanas. He's the one who popped it in the tape player. Him and Black Metal Dan. These two guys, man. It was them.
Yeah,
He's very important to me. That's it.
I remember Mayhem from like back in the days of, you know, bad demos and all that. So I didn't really pay attention to them, you know, throughout
Yeah.
the years. So I think it was Alex who had a dub of The Mysterious. And I go,
Yeah.
why is everybody like Mayhem, dude? Those demos, I mean, they're okay, but it's just grinding. And he was like, I gotta give him his props on this one, his props. I mean. And he was like, no, check this out, dude. This is great. And I was like, put it on.
Yeah.
And I felt foolish, you know, for thinking, because that album was for me, you know, a life changer in, you know, how I played guitar and started doing things and everything. As a musician, it affected me more on my playing, you know.
Yeah. Even Hey, I'll give a CD to anybody who names that band. That's all I'm gonna say. I'll give a CD to whoever names that band. He doesn't play chords.
Give them a chance. Give them a chance.
Man, they'll figure it out. Whoever
So
says
you
it, CD coming in. Sorry.
You guys want to hear another jam? Does that sound
Yeah,
good?
man.
Take a little
Let's
break.
put a jam.
All right. I want to take a request from the band. Noelia, you picked the next one from the new album. Is it the ancient gaping mouth? Or, gaping, right? Not gapping. Gaping, you fools. All right.
Yeah.
Which one do you want to hear?
Consonants.
I'm sorry, what?
What is it? Consonants. An A
He needs
before
to say
the P.
it sounds
Two
like.
P's. It's not a vowel. Sorry. Language arts. The
I mean,
storms
what's
of
up with the question
uncreation.
mark?
Scorns of Uncreation. All right. Let's jam it. Let me add it. All right, we're back. Dude, that fucking shit. This whole fucking album rages. Now I'm gonna glaze you guys because I fucking think it's like album of the year. It's not because I know this and that. But dude, it fucking rules, man. That's some fucking killer shit. Congratulations.
Thank
It
you.
totally deserves to be on Hells Headbangers. Which,
Thank
if
you.
you're new in the chat and you ain't got this album yet, you're a total poser. And the only way you can solve that is by going and ordering it. So get over to Hells Headbangers, order that fucking album. Oh, we're gonna be playing more. Don't worry, it's gonna be a fucking raging night over here.
We're gonna play
So-
that same song 25 times.
I'm just gonna put it on a loop on repeat.
Yeah.
Just let it go.
Just for
all
you,
night.
Steel.
That's right, Storm, and I'm gonna be checking
Just
in to
as
make
good
sure
the
you're still
25th
there.
Time? You still enjoying it?
Uh-oh, Francisco doesn't even have it yet. He's been
What are you
sleeping
talking
on the
about?
job.
What are you talking
Oh.
about? He already has it. It's getting shipped over to him as we speak.
Oh.
That's right.
It's
So,
already
yeah.
over there.
He probably has it. He just probably doesn't have it. If you know what I mean.
Oh, he's,
So yeah, I fucking love it, dude. It has good. I think I do hear a little more atmospheric type of passages, on the music on this album than there's some. Maybe that's only because you got a full length now.
100%. No. It's 100%. Yeah. Noelia was saying, she was making more comments like, make this riff like black metal, like let's on the certain riffs it was very intentional, and on the previous stuff it's not that it was planned to do otherwise. There was just kind of this free flow of ideas. There was more focused on this shit. This stuff was more focused and less kind of free, so to speak. And overall, it's, for me, I can tell you, it's much more atmospheric than. Well, they've kind of progressively been getting, like, the intro to Burn With Us. Like, we were having fun, like, we made this, like, scene, So, yeah, it started there. You could already hear it kind of transitioning.
Well, I always think, too, your first recordings are always going to be your most loose because you're just kind of coming together and doing your thing and, having fun with it, right? I mean, lack of a better word, I know. No fun, no posing.
Yeah, you got to keep that. What you just said has to try to be maintained. Correct. On the second release. You got to not lose that. That's a challenge.
Without getting too focused, and then you kind of overdo it. And it's not really what it was or whatever. Yeah. But at this moment, we have a special guest coming on.
All right.
That, and it's not Francisco, shockingly.
Aw.
Yeah. But this ought to be interesting because this is going to be this person who's a pillar of the scene. Yes, he's a pillar of the scene. He is a self-proclaimed king.
Play a little too.
Yeah. Play a little intro music for this.
Hail the king!
The king has arrived to give his thoughts on.
God, nailed it!
That was good, dude.
Nailed it. What's up,
Fraser.
King?
What's up, man?
Take over, bro.
Here.
It's the Fraser segment.
I just got this today. I hadn't heard
Put him on
it.
solo,
I
dude.
heard
Put him on
it
solo.
twice
Yeah,
already
I'm gonna put
today.
him on solo. Here you go, Fraser. Floor is yours, man. We're gonna put you solo.
Okay.
All right, don't fuck up, Fraser.
I got this twice. I got this.
You already fucked up.
Local.
You're holding it upside down.
Okay, go.
Yeah, don't cover your face though.
It was a
No, just kidding.
There you
Perfect,
go.
perfect.
Right here.
Go, dude.
Shit.
Oh, it's the cover. The cover was upside down. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Keep going, Fraser.
Yeah, but Fraser, just go on.
Okay. This is the first time I actually heard the whole album today. Twice already. And so like that. I know Francisco and you all play and other channels play and shit. But the whole album is a fucking badass. Shit. I think it does have a little punkish sound to it, Carl.
Uh-huh.
Blackest punkish and shit, man. And fucking production is very clear, very on point and shit, man. I mean, when you hear she singing, man, you thought first time I ever heard her sing, I thought it was a fucking dude, man. And all crap. I said, this is a fucking chick, man. No fucking way, man. Crap. God damn, man, it's not like a fucking dude, man. Shit, man. That's fucking heavy as shit. I'm not saying it because y'all
Sound like
my
a
friends,
fucking
shit,
dude, man.
And the production's very clear and on point. Jay Ding's wife and Richard. And I'd say Richard right now. They're on fucking point. I think they should fucking go to Europe, man, and play some fucking festivals, man. Get their names out there and shit, man. And I'll give it a 10 out of 10 because the production is very good. Sounding. I want part 2. I want another CD. Shit, man.
Not a machine.
Yeah, it just came out, Fraser. You gotta slow down.
It came out. But, hey. The only thing that at this point, I already talked to your hubby about it. There's no fucking thank you list on there. I was looking for one today.
Oh, Fraser calling you out on the thank you.
Damn.
There you go.
Hey, I know fucking, hey. I was looking at it. Hey, I might be on there and shit, but hey, I don't care.
That's why he's mad, because he's expecting to
I
see his
might
name
be
on that
there.
thing.
Hey, it was gonna be a 10 out of 10. He goes, now it's a 9.5 out of 10 because of that. Thanks, Liz.
Where's my
Hey, that
name?
happens.
Yeah, well-
Hey. Shit, man. I definitely give it a 10. Y'all don't
Thank you,
be
brother.
a fucking pussy or a wussy. Fucking get it. Support the Texas fucking black and thrash bands here in Texas. Boom Carl, fucking ECD, and Jordan. Not me, man. I got no damn CD and shit, man. And fucking next year, fucking Francisco's doing the shit, man. Man, looking forward to that. I wish you got fucking Bloodstone. God damn it, Chris. Shit.
Bloodstorm, Frazier.
Yeah, I said Bloodstorm. I'm so goddamn twisted, man. Shit, man. And that's definitely recommend the CD, man. I mean, it's a 10 out of 10, man. Good production, good sounding. It's fucking perfect, man. Shit, man. And fucking J-Dog, you need to listen to this shit. Don't be a fucking pussy, bitch. Fucking muscle ass hoe. I know he's not listening to this shit, man. Shit, man.
No. I want... Frazier, what did you just say about J-Dog? Were you talking about J-Dog?
I said, don't be a fucking puss.
You're gonna get it, and he's gonna give
He's
it
going to
to
get you in an atomic
Oh,
wedgie
he's gonna
thing.
give it to you.
You know how anal he is about music and shit.
Whoa.
Man.
I don't know anything about anal. Nothing
Anal
about
about
it.
Frazier,
That's what I
going too
said.
far there, bro.
Ew. That's yucky, bro.
I
Yeah,
mean,
Frazier. I mean,
Are
don't
you
bring
a
it up,
homosexual?
Whoa. Hey, that guy interrupted us, man. Dale, what's his name?
Del Dribble.
hey, I think y'all should
Rusty
get pretty, hey,
Shackelford.
What's up, Frazier?
I think y'all should get very far with this CD, man.
You know what? Frazier's right.
Y'all
He
should,
is
I
right.
mean, especially in Europe and
pretty
shit, man. Who the hell is this fucking band? I never heard of them. Okay, example, like Mordant Red. I never heard of them. So, fucking J-Dog talked about them and shit, man. And I said, who the fuck is Mordant Red band? I looked them on the archives and shit. My God, it's from fucking Houston and shit, man.
Fucking Houston.
And I,
Yep.
and I never knew who they would look like. So I fucking figured out what they look like and shit, man. And but hey, they're a good band too, man. And like Paul,
All right,
this guy
but
just popped up. Paul, he's banning fucking Hawaiian death metal, coconuts.
Frazier's doing his
Pollywhackers.
own thanks list over here. He's propping everything.
Yeah, he's.
We
Of
dropped
course,
the
he didn't
ball.
say why his leave it, so
We dropped the ball, so he's
These old
taking care of
bands, so it's fine. I know Paul for a long fucking
we'll talk to you later, but
He fucking. How does it go?
I think
Yeah.
y'all should play Hell Zero, man.
What's that?
Y'all should play Hell Zero, man.
Well, I mean, tell your best friend, dude. Aren't you
My
friends
best
with
friend.
the guy from Hellstar? He's like your grandma
No,
or
no,
something.
that's not him. The guy who does his name's Christian.
Oh,
Actually
okay.
know him.
Cool,
And I mean, fuck, Francisco knows him too.
cool.
And
well, I don't know. I think all that's going to be coming down the road anyway. This album, you know, it just came out a week ago or 2 weeks ago. I already forgot. It was last week, right? It came out.
The
27th.
27th.
Whenever that was.
Oh, okay, so it's been a couple weeks now.
A couple
So-
weeks now. Yeah.
It'll start circulating around. It's going to start, getting into the websites and the zines and all that. It's going to, I think it's a take by storm. It's going to be fucking killer.
Take by storm. That's a good name of a thrash song. Take by storm.
Take by storm. Yeah, I can hear that.
I think y'all will get pretty.
I
think
knew when
y'all
I got
probably get
here.
far with this shit.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Thanks.
I mean, because people can say, "Who the hell is this band?" And fucking, like I'm saying, Hells Headbanger and shit. Like you're saying, I heard y'all listening to talking about fucking other people out there in Europe and shit, man. Oh crap, man. It's like I'm saying, it's a new band for the last few years and shit. You know, we expect y'all get fucking 10. So like, people will say, "Hey, let's get this band to play and shit, man."
Cool, dude.
Out here and in Europe and shit, man, or Texas. I mean, I know y'all play here all the time and shit. Okay, a question. What band would y'all like to play with you never played with, dead or alive?
Battery.
Not Voivod, okay?
Right.
He already did that.
I did that, yeah.
Yeah, Jordan already did that.
God damn it, man. I'm trying to change
I'd like
it
to
up.
play with Bloodstorm one day. That'd be cool.
Oh, that would be sick.
Who?
Yeah.
Dude, that would be sick, dude.
What? I didn't hear what you said.
Necrophagia with Killjoy. Or the Ravenous with con el Dan Lilker and fucking Chris Reifert, right? Either one of those, I'll take either one. Hexella, Bloodstorm, those three bands, dude. Te lo hocico, man. That would be perverse, evil celebration. I'm sorry, I meant to say. That's what I meant to do. Can you hear that delay?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it was there somewhat. Not as prominent that it usually is. You need to have it on.
Not as
before you do it.
obnoxious enough.
You should have just said yes.
No.
Hold on, let me turn it up now.
Yeah. Before you head out, Fraser. or you
God,
might
man,
hang
I won't
around.
stay here, man. I won't stay here. I'll just keep my mouth shut. I like to be on the street.
We figured that, and on thanks lists, you know, as long as you're getting the king's getting his due, the king is a happy king. So, I
Oh, yeah,
guess
I
I'll
mean,
let
I
Fraser
fucking-
hang out a while, but you can't derail it because it's about them. It's not about any.
I'm
other
not, hey,
bands
I'm
at
not
the
gonna
moment.
saying. I'll shut the fuck up.
Thank you. No,
Funny thing,
I'm just being-
piggybacking off of what he said about Noelia's voice is, I remember the first time I heard her was I was coming in just a long time ago. I was coming to Jordan's studio to record one of my bands, and he was like, "Hold on, I'm working on something," and he was some demo you'd done or something with her, and like she was
Oh, it was a
singing.
poser hate thing.
Yeah, and I was like, "Damn, that sounds
No,
fucking
it was-
awesome. What is
it
that?"
was-
And he's like,
It was the negative effect thing.
Or the
It was
negative
cheap.
effect thing. Yeah.
yeah. And I was
What
like,
was that?
That's what it was.
"Who's
Yep.
this? This is fucking awesome." And he's like, "That's Noelia," and I was like, "Fuck you, that's not Noelia. There's
Brutal.
no fucking way."
I love
He's
that
like,
song. We should fucking do that.
He's like,
song.
"No, it's Noelia." I could it blew my mind. Like I'd known her all this time. Super
I
soft
first
spoken
heard
normally.
you guys
Baby,
on
man.
jamming out all badass, and I was like, "Wait, what the fuck? Where's this band from? Who's this?" Then I think Francisco mentioned, you know, yeah, it was a female vocalist, and I was like, "Damn, that I mean, it sounds better than a lot of male vocalists." You know, and they're not usually used to female vocalists. Because even, I'm going to be a dick and call me sexist, whatever. You can tell when it's female vocalists, it just doesn't, it's not as brutal, right? It just doesn't have it. But Noelia is like right there, or if not better, than a lot of the brutal, you know, black death vocalists that I heard. And I was like, Jesus Christ, is this person possessed by Cortone? When did you, like, or JD, you probably heard it and you said, shit, you know, this is, how did, like, what happened when you fucking found this out, you know? I want to hear, like, how this, like, whoa, we
I
can go on
mean,
to something
okay,
here.
the first time she ever, and she's gonna correct me if I'm wrong, of course. The first time she ever sang like a rehearsal, I thought was with Absurdum, because I knew she could do it because we'd be hanging out and she would every now and then, you know, I don't know, like she'd capture the spirit and make a noise and be like, I bet you she can do it. I bet you she can do it. And one day I was like, hey, try it out, man. Try it out. Give it a shot. I don't know. And I said, yeah, you can do it. I know you can do it. Look, come here. Look, here. Try it. I just like pushed her into it and she was like, well, fuck it. Let me see what I can do. And it happened to work out. You know, it was, but I would say one of the biggest things that, this is my interpretation, Noelia's voice is so heavy. It's because, what's that?
That's for T-Bone poser alert.
Oh, manual pose. That's an analog poser. I was gonna say one of the factors of the things about Noelia's vocal style is that, like, guys do it too, right? There's singing pushing low, and then there's singing pushing a high, and then there's just being filthy and like whatever comes out in the center, right? Like Chris Reifert, for example, when he sings death metal, he's not trying to push concrete like Chris Barnes. You know, like or like a Mortician or Incantation. It's more of a just kind of filth, the mid-tone pureness of filth, not like contorting it so much. So when Noelia sings, that's why it doesn't sound so whiny and high pitched, because she's not trying to force a high note. She's singing with like an open filth, like ugh. And then from there she can kind of like shape it for different inflections or whatever, you know. But that's why it sounds so filthy. Like everybody just sounds filthier when they go for that dirty raw sound instead of trying to push a low or push a high. It doesn't have the same, like, I don't know, ferocity, you know.
Okay, Noelia, are there any vocalists like that you are trying, I'm not gonna say imitate, but inspired you, or was it all just like a natural, like you just like hitting the ball rolling or whatever?
Oh, when I heard that scream on the opening track of Via Dolorosa on Oftalamia, I think that's Legion.
100% Legion, yeah.
Yeah, that inspired me. Hearing the vocals on like "In Darkness It Shall Be," like that inspired me. Like the way he would sing, like all those words, and like I don't know, just
no, that was impressive. He was like just, as a kid say, spitting fucking lyrics like
It's impressive.
It was just,
it
but in
was
that
like
tone as well. Yeah,
and he was able to keep that, and I that's a lot of breathing. So anyway, like controlling your breathing without even getting too techy and thinking about it. That's actually what's going on. Satyr from Satyricon was another one. Yeah. Corthon. Early Dark Throne vocals. I don't know. And then aside from that, I think I got problems. So I just figured a way to get that out and get comfortable with my timbres, and then building on that and figuring out the breathing. But
because it's totally understandable too. Like
Chris Reifert is another
you
one.
You pronunciate the words. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but you.
No.
Like that. That's cool. That because a lot of times, you know, the vocals aren't even decipherable in a lot of it, modern extreme music, but you can still like hear what you're saying.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Chris Reifert and Killjoy were like also big influences for me as well. I'm trying to. There was something I was going to say. It'll come back to me. But yeah.
All right. Cool.
I think that helps me a lot.
So, are you guys playing any shows, or is anything upcoming that we need to know about? Can we talk about, or are you just chilling till the fall? What's going on, man? Go ahead and tell us everything. We want to know.
Joe's like,
oh yeah, I'm like, hey, you know me, I talk too much. You know, I have to like restrain myself.
Today.
Okay.
That question right there, actually, you know, what? Not Wendy O, but the Great Cat. Like, she had this tape that I used to have. There was a song called Ultra Dead. The way she would sing, her vocal style, actually, I like her. She's a menace and a maniac, and I think sometimes I try to draw that attitude.
I got something to say. You guys will probably like this, and I totally feel that this is like would be true because I knew the guy. Okay, I think if Killjoy heard this band, he would fucking love it. Killjoy would love Hexella. I would totally, because we talked about music all the time, and I could totally see him. Oh yeah, he was like, he'd probably try to sign you to Baphomet if the label was still around, because you know he would. I just know he would love it.
That's
So-
that's a supreme compliment because
Yeah.
you know, Carl, like you actually know
Yeah.
that band that's very important to us. You know, creatively, you know, it inspires. It like fills in this hole inside us. It's like wow, it's stimulating. It's fucking fantastic, from the aesthetic to the riffs. You know, his attitude towards the whole project, the whole music craft. It's fucking next level, man. Killjoy was cool. Rest in chaos. Oh.
The question that you
no.
asked earlier, though, we totally just sidestepped it. We do
yeah.
have the Joaba Unfest coming up in January. We might have something coming up here in October out of Texas. Things have not been solidified yet, but we're getting there. And maybe around that same time this fall, something in Houston. So once the out of Texas thing gets solidified, we'll have an idea of something that might happen around that same time in Houston. So yeah,
And
without saying
we
too much.
should probably make it clear that we don't usually play shows in the
Yes.
summer, right? We don't play shows in the summer.
No.
I know.
Oh, and maybe something out of Texas again. Out of Texas
Yeah,
is
out of
the
Texas.
operative statement here. Maybe something next year in June.
In June.
Out of Texas. Hmm.
I mean, we gotta set it up, you know, because our lives have to like align with it too. But there's a possibility for like a January, February out of Texas thing over there, and then over here a June thing.
Okay, I'm gonna
It's all
try to.
super vague.
I'm gonna like try to pick. When you say out of Texas, are we talking like East Coast?
No, American.
West
American.
Coast.
Oh,
Well, yeah, America's big.
Both.
When you say out of Texas, there's a
Both.
lot of
Actually,
a lot of United
both.
States.
both.
Both. Yeah.
Both? Okay. Well, see, there you go.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be able to see these guys on both the coast.
But
I mean,
more-
no, I mean that's what we're.
More like,
Go ahead.
more closer to set in stone is East Coast.
Yeah, that one is like,
Pretty much.
hey, I'm telling you, it's gonna happen, blah, blah, but we're just waiting on the actual dates and when and where, but it's all happening. So we don't like to say too much because it's stupid when someone goes, yeah, we're gonna A, B, C,
And
and
it
D,
doesn't
and then
happen.
it doesn't happen. It's
Yeah.
like, shut the fuck up, then why'd you even mention it? You know, jinxed it.
Yeah,
you know?
I got that.
But
You don't
it is
jinx
like in the
yourself.
process. So.
Well, yeah, I just wanted to make that clear because when you say out of Texas, it could be like, you know, New Orleans, or it could be New York City, or it could be, you know, L.A., you know. So this is so people who are listening can say, oh, shit, they might be coming around here. I better pay attention, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I mean, would it hurt to say like where? I mean, because we don't know if it's
That-
gonna happen.
We
I
that's
guess
the
not. I
caveat,
guess
the
not.
caveat that it's
Yeah.
not done yet.
Yeah.
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 Supposedly
Especially-
next week, maybe we'll find out the dates. Next
Maybe have
week.
some more
Honestly,
news, yeah.
that's what.
So what
I
people
was
need to do is follow your social medias, perhaps. Well, what would you like to plug that so people could know?
Yeah. So we're on Instagram. You can follow us there at Hexella218. We're on
Sick.
Facebook, just Hexella. You can follow our YouTube also. We've got a YouTube channel with some stuffs. I do random, like posts on there of some live stuff, and if we're being featured on a channel or something, I usually share that through the posts that you can create on there. Like you can share from other channels. What else? We've got Bandcamp. Follow us on there. Sometimes I post flyers. So there's stuff on there. Am I missing anything?
So you
No,
definitely
that's
got
pretty
the.
much it for now. That's
Yeah,
everything.
that's
Our-
it.
That's a pretty good amount of social media too. I mean, it's like you have the main basics.
MySpace.
No, not MySpace, James.
We have a Craigslist.
All right,
Follow us on Craigslist.
Craigslist 956.
you have an Angel Fire page. You know.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
shit! I haven't heard that one.
We have what the fuck is that one? LinkedIn, or what's that one that everybody knows about but nobody's ever seen?
The professional account, LinkedIn. Yeah. You got your
Yeah.
professional page.
Follow us on
Fraser.
the dark web.
Fraser.
Yeah, what's up?
You got. Ask a question. I'm gonna give you and this is question time from Fraser. Yeah.
Yeah,
you.
what? Oh,
Ask a question.
fuck.
He
I
did
didn't
ask
think
us a
anything
question and we didn't answer it.
Oh well.
He asked
what was
us
it? I
if we
forgot.
could play a show anywhere, who would we play with?
I
She did
answered
answer it.
that.
Yeah.
She
Y'all
answered
Oh,
answered
what did you
that.
say? I missed
Blood
it.
Storm.
Bathory.
Y'all.
And
Oh, of course.
Bloodstorm.
Yeah, no, that'd be
Yeah,
cool. And
yeah.
Bloodstorm. Oh, yeah, sorry. I forgot.
There's
I'll
zero.
say
His
y'all
phone has
talking
plenty of
about
batteries.
earlier.
So
I'll
there's
say
no
be
hope.
out there.
There's no
This
hope.
motherfucker's in a full
people-
charge.
There's no hope.
Channel.
It's full charge.
I'll
Well,
say
Mr.
people up there.
That's retarded.
Oh man, I'd love to go up there.
Oh, hell yeah,
Well,
man. What's
Mr.
up,
Fanny
Patrick?
Packer, you
They
seem
have
to
their
know
own
all the
YouTube
people
channel.
up there. Hold on, Fraser. I'm sorry I told you to, but Mr. Fanny Packer, you know all the people with the connects up there. Make it happen, sir. All right, Fraser, go ahead.
I'll say the people up there in the East Coast they're talking about. Like I said, when they announced it and shit, man.
Okay.
Damn, I was gonna say. Okay, I do have a. You're okay. What would be the first place in Europe, England, Scotland, Japan, whatever? What place you would have liked to play first?
Wait. Hey, let's answer it at the same time on 3. On 3, say where it is. Let's see if we're on the same place. You have one? You have one? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Sweden.
Sweden.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll say sweet.
I did.
What did you say?
I said the
Or
Pantheon.
The
Finland.
Pantheon in Greece.
I'm just
Greece.
kidding, man.
And would y'all
Roman.
play fucking J Dog asked y'all to play out there in Holland, would y'all do it?
I mean, you know,
Yeah, but
I
I
just
need
want
to get a-
gasoline in a hotel room.
Preferably
Yeah, I mean,
hot water.
if the dog asked you to play what does he call it? I was gonna say the Dog Fest, but I forgot. what I
Dog
called it.
Fest.
The Dog
Dog
Fest.
Fest
over the,
9000.
I think it's Dead by Dog, right?
There it is.
Dead by Dog. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes.
I saw that.
Would you play that in Holland? I mean, of course, you know,
play
you
this
have to
anywhere.
cover tickets in a hotel room and food or something.
100%.
I mean, I think that's a pretty much a given.
And a bucket of red M&Ms.
I was surprised you don't call it the Poser Fest, man.
Yeah. That's
Well,
That would
then
be
you
fun.
would have to host it if it was the Poser Fest. I dream of a Hexella Pius Levis ETD Pacific Northwest tour.
We'll call it the Unholy Texas Trinity. Oh.
Oh, there you go. And just off subject,
I know.
are you you're almost done, right, with the next ETD release? JD?
We recorded everything. I'm
Right.
just mixing it down. That's it. Mixing it down.
So-
I gotta hurry the
so
fuck
more-
up too, man, because the sooner we get this shit sent out there, the sooner the thing ends up on my record player so I can go so I can go like this.
Mr. JD, Mr. fucking nerd, you're fucking making the rounds out there in Texas right now. You're making Texas proud.
Thank you,
All the
dude.
fucking all the bands you play in, man. Fucking 2 local bands here in Houston. You know, fucking Alex and shit.
You know,
I
every band is a local band somewhere.
shit, man.
Let's wrap this
It's
up.
a word.
Francisco's like,
I
yeah,
guess
yeah,
we're-
yeah.
Just gotta go to work.
Crack
okay,
that whip.
Rocky.
Okay, what's up, JD? What's
These are the
band?
samples you're gonna get in your ETD
Yeah.
recording right here. Samples from this thing.
Fraser is all wet, right? Poor Fraser.
Yeah. What's up, fucking Annihilator on Annihilate? How you pronounce
Annihilator, you said it right.
it?
Yeah, you had it.
Okay. What's y'all's next show?
August 23rd in Austin. Cool Town, Austin.
Who y'all playing with?
I saw the flyer the other day. It's like 3 bands. Can't remember.
Dude, I'm so easily
Fucking-
entertained. That little keyboard is going to make me laugh. awesome.
Dude. Dude.
They all have to end with the.
Again.
Sorry.
Okay,
Jake
no.
got it.
What you name? Which one?
What?
What were you pointing
Jake's
at?
comment. Oh, Jake's comment.
Yes, that's it.
There you
Mutation
go.
and Sex Cult.
Isn't Cryptic Mutation your drummer's band?
Yeah, that's why I'm a retard for not remembering.
Oh, I called you out. Blastmaster Dan. Where's Blastmaster Dan playing his
He's
show?
on tour,
He's on
dude.
tour.
He's
Figures,
on tour.
yeah.
On tour with Cryptic.
California, Las Vegas, that whole Southwest shit, man. He went through Nevada and Arizona.
Oh, that's right. I saw him posting like an LA flyer, right? He's playing
Yeah.
LA or something. Or
Yeah, they did that.
Bueno cities
they,
around
they
there.
went all the way out there, and they're making their way back. And they're gonna come back for a couple of days, and then go north on Texas. So it's all July. They're on the road.
Yep.
Very cool. I don't know, dude. I'm not gonna say lucky, but how cool is it that you guys also have this drummer that can just step right in? At least that's what I think. I could be wrong, but step right in and just fucking
I guess
play
so.
the shit, you know?
It's cool when you have a community of people who come together to support. You know what I mean? And like that happens in a lot of ways, whether it's musicians or like promoters, and like we're all kind of all intermingled, And Dan, I've known Dan forever, dude. I've known Dan for like 20, almost 25 years. Can I get it? Is he from Richard? No. I'm just kidding.
Mine are
I
all
think he might have-
all burned and ripped. I didn't
Yeah.
even get an original.
T-Bone
copy.
might have a crush on you, so you might. I don't know if this is gonna work out. So
Yeah.
I'll sign the
Dan,
Moving
burned
right
copy
along.
of the CD.
Dan actually, yeah. I mean, we're Dan's real busy right now. Like he's gonna be doing a lot of stuff in the meanwhile. So I don't know if maybe between here and then we might have to find a replacement or something. But right now, like we're talking to this one guy who's gonna help us out, maybe. But Dan is always our fucking drummer guy. I'm the drummer, but I need people to help me drum live, and I can't be fucking
of course,
hitting
yeah,
strings
can't
and
do them
playing.
both. Yeah.
drums. So Dan is he's been us since the second gig we've ever done to this date. So I don't know if because of these tours he's going to be doing, we might have to get someone to fill in. We're still working on details because we don't have anything. That's why I was saying there might be something here, there might be something there. Like we don't have anything in stone, or we just all these plans, these things coming together. But yeah, man, Dan's cool, and if we find somebody else, we'll introduce you to them, and it's going to be someone who's going to kick ass, because we wouldn't like to put ourselves out there if the person wasn't up to the snuff. You know what I mean? Like
Of course,
we don't want to
yeah,
we're not desperate to play shows, and that's been an MO for us. Like we're not about to pay to play. We're not fucking desperate to play, to be on a show just because so and so is on it. Like, we're not like, hey, you get to fucking play with so and so, but it's on a Wednesday and it's in fucking Austin. It's like, no, like I don't want to fucking do it. Like we're not that desperate. Like we care more about the creation of the music and shit like that. So playing live, it better be worth it if we're gonna do it, or else we won't do it. So yeah, that's
Dude, I guarantee you it. Void Vodka in Houston or whatever your hometown, I guarantee you want to play that show. I fucking
of course I would
guarantee
launch
that.
play a tour. Absolutely, everybody should know that.
But we
Everybody
wouldn't
should
pay
know
to play.
Okay,
that. I wouldn't pay.
I heard this story already, but it's great. Ask Richard how he ordered his album from the label.
Fucking Richard.
Is
I just called them up and name dropped Francisco, and they fucking sent that shit right over.
Whoa!
He's like, I'm Francisco's friend. They're
Yeah.
like, what's your address, sir?
Yes.
It's,
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. We'll get that right over to you.
Hell yeah.
You were on the Joava Express mail.
Yeah.
All right, here's from Miss A. Everything you guys have put out kicks ass. I can't wait to see all your future endeavors and what y'all branch out into with who, etc. Y'all fucking rule.
Thank you, Miss A.
thank you.
Yeah, Miss A's cool, man. She's got a studio too. She does what I do here, but she does it over there. She's got.
Oh,
she
yeah, man.
teaches. She teaches. She's got like students and stuff, and she works with production. Total music maniac.
She runs a
Oh,
label
yeah.
with these
And a
these
label,
folks
dude.
for money.
She's
Good
total
stuff.
maniac.
Oh, all right. Well, since we're
No, it's-
plugging, I
it's
mean,
cool.
she did kind of just release these patches
Eee.
on her label of this band.
Oh
They look
yeah.
pretty- They look pretty nice. You know?
I like that gold one for me. I like that gold one.
The gold one in real, dude, it lights up. I was gonna
It's
say that.
metallic thread, right?
Yeah, it's
metallic
glittery
thread.
almost. Yeah.
Yeah, sick.
But, before you do all that, you need to go over Hells Headbangers and get your
Yeah,
copy.
Richard got his copy before the band did because he ordered
I am.
it.
He ordered
Am I
it.
not in the band?
Well, I mean the rest of the band. I'm saying,
Oh!
like
Yeah,
when he
rephrase that.
ordered his, and before we
Just the
did,
bassist.
Yeah,
Just the
before
bassist.
we did, he did. He's like taking a picture. I think it was like a day or two before we did. He's like, check this out. Like, oh, we're like empty-handed on our side. It was
man.
funny.
Well, you guys, you had bigger packages, 100
Yeah.
coming or whatever. I don't know.
But
I'm just
that
trying to
also
cover.
no, but listen, that also goes to the customer service, dude. They make sure that the direct orders got taken care of first. Literally,
Yeah.
dude. Everybody was getting shirts, tapes, record CDs, and they waited to take care of them, and then they sent us our shit. So I think that's cool. I'd rather
Yeah.
everybody
I mean,
get their shit
yeah,
first.
yeah,
than
you
fuck
want
that.
the paying people who pre-ordered to get all. They should be the priority. I
Yeah,
get
all
it.
the pre-orders got their shit before the band did. Just so you know. Which
Do
is,
y'all
and
know
I
y'all
actually-
stats?
huh?
What's that?
How many
Stats?
sold?
I don't know. I have
Oh,
no
that's
idea.
too early to tell.
I have no idea.
But I don't know.
I don't
mean,
really care.
sold
It's what
by-
they all go.
I
It's
seen
20
it
by
popping up.
33 is the stat.
I seen it popping up on social media pages. People saying they got their copies. I got my copy. It looks like it's doing good. Hell yeah.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
People in the
Y'all
chat
deserve
too.
it,
That's
man.
pretty cool.
Y'all definitely
Appreciate it.
deserve it, man. For a newer band and shit. Because okay, I'm ass kissing too, man.
Kiss my ass. Kiss
No,
my
Fraser.
ass.
It's not ass kissing when it's like legit. I hate it when you see people praising shit that's not legit or not worth it. That's like, but when it's real, it's real. It deserves it.
Yeah.
That's how I see that.
Y'all, you do too, Carl, man. You're gonna get your name out there too, man. I know you have your name out there in Germany.
Just
Oh,
Germany,
yeah?
though.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, more than that.
Yeah,
More than that.
but nah, we're not talking
It's
about.
crazy. You can never know exactly how
You don't.
far your music travels. You never will.
Look at that. It's a gatefold too, by the way.
Cool.
Hello.
All the
And
records.
if anybody ends up with all three copies of the formats, you'll notice the differences in the artwork between the three packages.
Oh, yeah?
They're not the same. Yep. I'll give a banana sticker for anybody who's that focused on details to throw out the three big differences
Oh my
between
God. You
the
got a homework assignment. Like,
a little oops here, a little oops there.
I'm gonna need that.
circle the
Joe.
differences.
Yeah.
You need to circle them,
circle them, highlighters.
post them on,
Yeah. Or
That
take a picture and
Jalaba
do it with your
hotline
phone.
number. Then
Yeah.
post
The
them on
Hexella.
your TikTok.
My budget has been shot on the Hexella release, but I'll just
Shit.
put Joaba hotline over there. And, see what I
Yeah,
can
should have done that. We wouldn't have paid a dime.
I know,
I know.
man. Thanks, Francisco. Fucker.
Yeah, Patrick, he's
I
asking
know
if there's a
no
Waldo.
fucking
Kind of.
barcode on here.
Typos, not Waldos.
Oh, yeah. There's
I-
what do
There's
they
no
call 'em?
barcode on the CD, man.
Easter eggs in there somewhere. You just gotta look.
Yeah,
for 'em.
It didn't fit the aesthetic.
yeah. You have to have all three, and then you can see like the differences.
Oh, maybe that'll be somebody's on video one day. They'll come out and they'll do it live or something.
Yeah, and then send me your address and I'll send you a banana sticker.
I fucking like that you guys are actually in the chat as well as being in the show. That's fucking cool. I always thought that was cool.
I didn't
So
even know.
JD,
But
now I'm gonna ask the journalistic questions.
8 inches.
Was it-
Go ahead.
Was-
I'm sorry.
Those
ahead.
are the T-bone questions. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. All right.
Was this like the most pressure-filled release that you've been involved with? Is it like, does it weigh on you the most? Because I think with you and Noelia being married and all that, I would think, you know, it would be like, even though you want to be fun and loose, there's still high stakes. That's how I see it. You know what I mean? Like, to make this really something, because, or do you guys even look at it that way? Like it's a representation of you two, or, you know, how's this dynamic? Or whatever, you know, like, explain that to me.
No, he's gonna answer, but he asked me, so I'm going first.
You answer.
Okay. I'm going first.
Yeah, she's gonna answer too, but yeah, we'll go.
What I think makes it all work is that I'll tell you this. Like, case in point, Noelia said one time, she's all like, when we finished this one, she goes, I'm done for now. Like, I'm done for now, you know. And I know what she meant. It's like, you're not gonna force a riff just because it sounds cool. You're not gonna keep like, the flow has to come to you. It's like experience, inspiration, whatever speaks to you, and in that moment, boom, like, here come the thoughts, and here comes the flow of art. You can't just like, okay, you want more art, here, you got it in your pocket. You just pull it out constantly. Like,
doesn't
when
work
it
that way, yeah.
I mean, it does, but it doesn't work the same. It's shitty.
It was
doesn't
a little
have
more
the same
hollow. Yeah, it's not
hollow. Yeah, plastic. You know, it doesn't have the leather consistency, the density of intent. It's hollow. You know, so it, because of that, it's that way from the start. Personally, I don't feel there was any pressure, short of just like the business side of stuff, like trying to not, like, we weren't rushing this just because they're asking for it, and thankfully Noelia was like mitigating that, because if it was me, it was affecting me. I would be like, hey man, we should like kind of hurry up, you know, and it should be like, this, I'm working on it, but calm the fuck down. Like, wait, like, I'm working on this. I'm not ignoring it, you know. I'm just not sitting there with a pen going like this all day, every day, you know. There's a lot that comes to a musician when it comes to writing. Writing doesn't mean, like, Carl, when you're writing riffs, that doesn't mean you're sitting with your guitar in your hand. Sometimes you're driving around, you know, you're kind of like, melody kicks in, you know, in your mind, you know, like this. Listen. No. So today, that's a riff I wrote. But that's not how it goes. Obviously, I got to grab the guitar, and Richard's got to grab the bass, and you don't even know if that's the bass guitar or if that's the guitar. You just know that's the melody. I'm always like, you know, and that's the thing, right? When it comes to writing, you know, it's always happening. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean you're gonna accept everything you write in the moment. It's gotta have the intent, you know. So there was no pressure with that. With Annihilator, I felt some pressure because I wrote an album that it's going to be criticized because it's a band that already has like releases, and suddenly this different person is going to come in and write something. Of course you're going to be compared. You know, that always happens when you get a new songwriter and it's supposed to have the same band name. And the ETD right now, I'm fucking pressured with that one because we're attempting for me to mix and master this stuff. So only in that respect, the ETD one right now is making me really pressured. Because fucking Mike Barbecue did a fucking killer job with the last mix, and I don't want to fucking make something that sounds like, well, I don't want to step backwards. Though I will admit, and you guys can tell me what your opinion is, it's going to be a split with another band. It's not like a full-length, all-you package. So I don't know if maybe that gives me a little wiggle room to kind of be a little messier, not as perfect of a mix, because it's just an EP, you know, kind of an attitude. I don't know. But it's just whatever. The point is, that's the pressure for me, is I need to make sure it sounds good.
There was a little bit of that though with this album at the very beginning when we first heard we were gonna.
Oh,
remember, and you were
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, dude. He was questioning himself a little bit about, you know, like if he should be the one to either record it or to mix
Master it. I was thinking,
Yeah,
maybe we should get somebody else to master this or something.
And I think we all like came to the. We were like, man, you did a fucking awesome job. That's why they want us to. They liked us. So let's just do it the way we've always done it. Yeah. So he was just being humble, and he shouldn't.
I mean,
he shouldn't be.
it's pressure.
He shouldn't be. Yeah.
We got Mike Riddick
any
art
rules?
here. I can't say that. Pile Valley rules.
Pile Valley
them.
rules?
Gotta
Pile
grab
Valley
them.
rules?
Gotta
Oh, fucking Riddick. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Mark Riddick. His brother's Mike. They're twins. They used to hang out together.
Oh
It was
yeah,
always
the
confusing.
Twinkies, man. From what,
Fucking
Louisiana?
A.
No.
Wow.
Crazy.
Dude, Riddick is a fucking legend, man.
Yeah,
He's
Riddick
fucking
is a
alright.
legend, and
Master.
Cream.
I highly
fucking
recommend
master.
it, Mark, that you get that Hexella album because you're gonna fucking love it. It fucking rules. And I'll get back with you about doing a show. I think I got an idea because we were gonna do a collab, and he's gonna be on. But he's a cool dude too. Known him forever.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
So Noelia,
gonna do
your opinion on like, what we just talked about, or what JD was saying, or your perspective on that process.
The process of like writing the album, like that.
Well, just the
Like,
pressure. No, like, was there pressure? Like, you know, like since this is coming out on a bigger label, did you guys feel like, I mean, I know you. Everyone's gonna, you know, when you're in a band, you want it to be your best thing you're putting forward and all that. But did you just how, or was it just like you guys just went and fucking did your thing? How did you approach it?
So for me, when it comes to creating like art or whatever, like I do want to do right by the label, but I don't think anybody could put any more pressure on me than I can put on myself to do something better than I did the last time, or not the last time, not so much the last time, just write something that I really like, that I feel is genuine, and I'm not just settling. I don't like to settle when it comes to riff writing or writing, making any kind of art. Like I don't do that. But I think if any pressure came from anywhere, it was me on myself, and then like actually like writing lyrics can be a little grueling for me because I'm very moody and like I'm very I said this before.
Serious.
Yeah, I'm very up my own ass.
Are you the most serious member in the band? Would you say?
Fuck
you are?
yeah.
The polar opposite.
Dude, I'm a fucking dumbass. Like,
Not
I'm not even a
dumbass.
dumbass. I'm a jokester.
Yeah,
I'm jovial. I'm jovial. I'm like Francisco said once. Oh, he's very enthusiastic. I'm pretty enthusiastic. I agree 100%. I was like, nobody has ever described me better with one word than Francisco. He's got it. And Noelia is very introspective. She chooses her words and doesn't goof around. She
So how's
says
Say that about your wife.
she puts the no in Noelia.
No, but honestly, like from like just something I probably never told you this, Noelia, but like I played in a lot of bands, and honestly, she has the most I guess the right word is integrity with her music than of anyone I've ever been in a band with. Like she cares so much about it and not fucking it up by being unserious or like trying to let outside factors affect it or whatever. It's gonna be whatever she writes from like a place of integrity. I think.
But-
I fucking really,
all right.
I really respect.
But with a
that, yeah.
band, that's actually great because the you know, your lyrics, the image of the band, you know what you're. Someone in the band has to take ownership of that part of the band. So, I mean, that's
That's her
fucking great.
baby. That's her baby. I say.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, I love it, dude. I love it.
We're
Hello,
getting invaded.
manager.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
You know, this is like an old school Friday night show we used to do here. Francisco
Yeah,
has
the
to do
clusterfucks.
Hey,
10 people, let's go.
Hey, I got a question more like Barbara Walter style, if I may.
Oh shit. Who's opening up
I'm
here?
waiting
Let's
for
get-
this.
Get down and dirty right here, man.
I'm gonna start crying.
There we go.
Is that okay?
Finally, the hard hitting questions.
Hard hitting question.
Well, I guess I
Alright.
should just leave then.
I mean, yeah.
Oh,
No,
what?
if I-
Ah, shit. Fucking poser on. Poser.
I did say if I may. I did say if I may.
Oh, okay, you're good. All right, go ahead, sir.
All right, so each one of you, I want you to answer this question about your each like. So Richard, you'll answer this question about JD and Noelia and everybody, obviously the same way. All right. What is one thing? What is one thing during this process that maybe pissed you off about this person?
This
answer
motherfucker. I told you,
Nothing.
like, I'm trying to break
I
the
don't-
band up.
Yeah, I honestly can say there's nothing like. Fucking,
Bullshit.
no, it's true, man. Like these guys are super sweethearts to me, man. Like in fact, I'm sure I had some issues that might have pissed them off, but they were so sweet with me, man. They're like, I can't, like, they're my best buddies, so like whatever. Nothing pissed me off.
This is
And I'm being honest. I have integrity. I'm being honest. I'll tell you.
Okay, I'll feed the snake, dude. I'll feed the cobra. I'll let the cobra bite someone.
Well, before you, this helps people grow. All right.
Yeah. But it's me. It's saying something that bothered me, but it was me. Like I'm the whore. So what happened was I had this riff, and we recorded the demo like that, and then we recorded the fucking album like that. And Noelia's like, man, nah. That riff sucks. Like that one riff, it doesn't do it. It doesn't. You gotta fix that. I go, come on, but it's already. And I was like getting all like, oh man, let's trying to get defensive about it, And she's like, dude, write another riff. What? You can't write any more riffs? You can't write and I was like, yes, I can write more riffs. She's like, just try to write another riff. Come on, man, you can do more than one riff. Come on, right? And I'm like, all right, fine. And I was all like, but I don't understand. Like, I was being a little fucking turd about it. I was like, I don't get it. Like, what do you mean when
This
you say
riff
this?
rules, damn it. Yeah.
Same thing with this solo. It happened twice. It was that riff. Oh, and so what that did was it taught me restraint. She's like, dude, man, it's a cool riff. I'm not saying the riff sucks, but it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit this whole fucking thing. It's like too hardcore. It's too much. It's too crossover hardcore. It's not. It's going too far away that way. Write something blacker, more evil. And so I was like, man, and then it turned out to be a fucking great idea because it worked. It fucking made the song sound way better. I think that was track 3. Yeah, track 3. And then the solo on the last track where the scythe falls, I'd written this solo and it's same kind of thing again, right? She's all like, the first track? Okay.
Remember, I was like, faster. It has to be faster.
Yeah, it has to be.
All feeling your oats.
Always.
No.
Yeah.
You gotta kick someone in the face with your solo on that first. Yeah, that was that.
No, but it was a solo on with the scythe falls, because it goes. That part. You were telling me you're like. You need to write something that sounds, and you gave me a description. I can't remember exactly what you said. I think you said said
you need to imagine that you've seen you've seen the beast and it's risen before you. So I talk to him like this way, and I'm like, right, you need to somehow articulate that with a solo. Like that's crazy.
And I was like what the fuck? So she leaves, and I'm all pissed off, and I gotta re-record. I already had this 2 fucking guitar harmonies and all this dumbass shit. And she's like, no. It's gotta be more evil. And I was like, fuck. So as a producer, as a musician, as a creator, to go and erase it all and do it it's a bitch, dude. But you know what? It made the song better. And so I knew while I was bitching that it was because I was being lazy and contrarian and reluctant, and she's like, dude, do it. Why are you gonna fucking sell yourself short just because it's the first thing you wrote? Come on, write another one, do it better, do this, make it more like this. It's like when someone says better, it doesn't mean this riff sucks, that riff's better. It's better because it's more towards the goal of the release. Like this album has to be a certain way,
Exactly.
so then therefore it's better if it feeds that theme, and so sure enough it did. And I was like, god damn, dude, great, thank you for your persistence, because I wouldn't have done that. I would have just been all stoked with the first thing I did. And I mean, when I say I was deep and ready to move on, I mean, dude, we were fucking going through the album recording. I had to go back and re-record that. I was
Yeah.
super reluctant. She's like, nah, dude. No,
I
I
know.
tried. She goes, I tried. It's not
Okay,
working.
so in that same respect, I can say it didn't piss me off, but it was like, wait, hold on, like, but listen to that and like listen to the whole song and like, no, like this isn't like really, like you don't have to just do that. Like you can make it fit a little better with the theme of the song and the atmosphere of the song.
Into it.
Like these things are important. But I could see him just wanting to be done, and I was like, no.
Yeah. So I appreciate that. I appreciate
All
that.
right.
But along those same lines, though, like I said, I respect like her integrity of what she wants and what she wants the band to be. So like when she had asked about, like, hey, I know you already recorded the bass, but I have this other idea for the end of the song. She was like, you're gonna kill me, but like I didn't. Oh man, like I want this to sound.
Yeah, he's
as
better
best
at
as-
that shit.
as
Me, I
good
was
as possible.
bitching.
Yeah.
He was like, okay, cool, man. I
Let's
would
do
have
it.
been like, man.
I was actually excited to hear it. Like, you know, like let's do it, you know.
Yeah.
But because I know where it's coming from, you know. I know where it's coming from. It's not, you know, it's coming from a badass place to like make this thing sound amazing. So
What about you, Noelia? You can't. What anything that, or is it the same one? Same story.
What?
JD?
she was.
Something that one of them did during the process, that you're like,
Well, I just told you.
well, yeah, I
Like-
know.
like-
But
Yeah.
I guess you answered it for JD.
Francisco's still trying to get in there right now.
Yeah, he's still
Yeah,
trying to
you-
start a fight. He's trying to
But,
cause
hey,
problems.
all right. No, no, see, y'all
I'm just
didn't let
kidding,
me
I'm
finish.
kidding.
It's like
Y'all
I
didn't let me
made your
finish.
band, and now I'm gonna destroy it.
And he's gonna fix it. So
Oh yeah, he's
No,
gonna fix it.
now hold on, let me finish. There's a reason I asked that first. There's a reason now I want you to say something positive about each other about this recording process.
What the fuck is
This is like turning to Dr. Phil.
Positive Polido.
I already.
I'll take.
First
No,
of
I'll
all,
answer.
this is good. This is good
I
shit.
have great respect for both of these musicians as people. So
better.
it's just shit, I'm mad. No, I'm just kidding. No, I respect them as musicians and as people. So it's very easy to work with them, and I'm very, very lucky to be in a band with people that I get along with, because
Oh.
that shit is not, that doesn't just come to
Doesn't
you
always
like
happen.
so easily. It doesn't always work out. Hey, Fraser, get off the
Lord.
screen.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's like, you know, count your damn blessings. Like if you can get that aligned, because I everybody that's been in a band knows what that shit is about, and so that's my, you know, positive thing to say about that. I love working with them. I love traveling with them. Like
Yes.
we have a good time. Like it's all chill and everybody just
That's a good one. If you
Yeah.
can travel with your band and everybody's like cool
Oh.
and no bullshit,
Yes.
that's like
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
let's keep doing this.
Yeah.
Mm.
You
Yep,
better
that's
say
a
that
damn
about
good
your
point.
wife, JD.
See, this is good. It's good for people in a band to
Get along and have fun.
to be able to say whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of, you know, stuff that doesn't get said a lot, right? So it's good. It's good that you guys are. That shows a strong, like, unity in the band, and that's cool. And that's and that
and
just
foundation in the band.
It
too,
shows,
that-
and it
yeah.
shows it in the musical output. Is what I'm saying. You guys push each other to make the best, you know, art that you can make together. And I
Hey,
think that comes
hey,
from-
Noelia, what to more to your point, Francisco, to your point, Noelia, what are the lyrics to Weapon?
why?
Just say them.
Which part?
The beginning.
I'm not gonna
Just say-
recite the whole thing.
Say the fucking lyrics.
Damn, he's telling you what to do.
And now
Watch, say them. Say
There
them.
we go.
Francisco,
There
fix
we
this.
go.
Francisco.
Now
Now we're getting some.
This is cool. You're gonna blow
we're
minds.
in, we're getting to the
Francisco's
dirt.
like, this is what I want. This is it right here. This is good.
Okay. Not the first.
Steve, I need
Dr.
Steve
Phil
from
over
Jerry
there.
Springer.
Not the
to
first.
step in.
Not the first stanza. The second stanza. Go for it. Go. Cause I would do it if I knew the lyrics, but I know when you say them. Like when you sing them, I know what they are. I just,
The second part. Well, hold
Yeah,
on, I
yeah.
can start from the beginning. It
Okay.
goes, I am your weapon, an vengeance beyond the grave, an attack on those who came to scavenge.
On those.
On the remains of your name. The circle's
Uh-huh.
closed. No backpedaling, no compromise. Life is war. You cannot play both sides.
Boom. The circle's closed. This life is war. That's the fucking person she is, dude. That's not a fucking, like, check out this fucking comic book I drew. That's Noelia. That's her fucking words, not her telling a story like a Conan comic. That kind of integrity, some people have. And that's the kind of filter that they put in the world. Some people are like, they're super cool and calm, but you can't get close to them because they have like a standard like of no bullshit policy.
Yeah.
And those people get confused for assholes, but they're not assholes. They're just people who don't put up with bullshit. And if you're lucky to merge with more people like that, you find out that all these people don't deal with fucking bullshit. They like an honest reality, an organic experience.
This
and
is
so,
what you get with that. Right?
So these people come together. Same thing for ETD. Like, Francisco doesn't put up with shit, dude. He doesn't go, like, airing out his dirty laundry and complaining about every little
He
bullshit.
airs out dirty laundry of other bands.
Yeah. Alright.
That's how,
But the
that's
point I'm
how
trying to
I
make is...
That's how I satisfy that need.
There you go. I get it from others. But the point is, it's like that no bullshit policy, right? So if you don't fuck around, if you're not into poser shit, if you're not being a flake... Hey, being a poser is all about pretending you're a good friend or pretending you're a reliable individual. It's like, not messing. I thought he's chisqueado, he's flaky, he's whatever. All that's all huizadas, dude. All that is poser shit, man. And when you don't put up with that shit, and you're lucky, you'll run into somebody else who doesn't put up with that shit either, and then we all end up hanging out together. So it's real fucking shit flows, man. You know, we get along and we flow artistically.
Dude, I got.
That's when
like,
you get an
which-
honest release.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done that in the past where I knew I should have gone back and done something or added something, but it was like already done. You know, everything was going, and now all you get from that now is regret that you didn't do that.
because
thing
you didn't go
should
back
have
and do
done.
it.
So
Yeah,
it's
should've done
good. You know, it's good. Do it if you feel that strongly about it, even though it's a big pain in the ass. You know, to start the whole engines up again, whatever. Just do it because that regret will drive you up the wall. Like what?
Yeah, it's
could
forever,
have
dude.
been. Yeah.
And a segue into Riddick's question,
Yeah, that's the next thing I was going to
Because
ask.
the recording, and this is a line that I tell my friends all the time, the recording is going to go places you'll never be and be heard by people you'll never know exist from here till forever, until technology disappears, right? So record it and make sure you're happy with it, because you can't force people to like it, but you know that what's out there is true to what you wanted to do. And there it is. So it's going to be out there. So to segue into Riddick's question, we're hoping to do these gigs that we're talking vaguely about, right? Because it's like now that like we have a cool package of this art stuff that we're releasing, this new release, it feels like it gives it more validity to go and share it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not something we're going to be doing all the time. We have jobs, you know, we can't just fucking live on the road and be on tour all the time. But, you know, we'll absolutely celebrate this album with people, you know, who offer the opportunity to us, you know. So we're working on an East Coast thing, and we don't have anything in stone yet except the like concrete like positive reassurance that yes, it's happening, but I don't have the dates yet. We're working on that. So okay, there's that. You know, there's a West Coast thing that we're talking to people about, but you know, nothing is in set in stone. That's our goal, man. You know, let's fucking spread the noise. You know, let's share this shit, man, because in this world, you know, this is it. This is our voice. This is what we do, man. So let's fucking make it exist. Share it.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
And just
talker right there.
real quick, because like I said something. I didn't say anything about Jodan. Like, he's a fuck. You guys know he's an amazing musician. You see him joking around and stuff, dude. But he's like one of the best friends you could ever have. Like he's a good person, and I mean, I'll give you an example. Like with this recording, I told this story with Francisco on his show, but I was in a pretty bad accident during the writing of the album, and a bad car accident, and I took a pretty serious head injury, and I was struggling bad, like with memory, like with a lot of stuff, including music stuff. And so when it came time to record the album, I was super self-conscious. I had struggled a lot with like my contributions to the album, and I told him straight up, because he's a fucking amazing musician. He for sure can play bass better than I can. He could play anything I played on that album. And I told him, man, I'm struggling memorizing shit right now, and maybe you should take care of it. And he wouldn't hear it, man. He was like, fuck that. We want you. I want you on this with us. And we're recording in my studio. He said, we'll take as much time as we need to. And this is on top of Jodan has his own shit going on, right? Like, he's got his own stuff he's got to deal with. To throw all that out the window and be like, dude, I don't care how long it takes. He was like, we're gonna do this together, and he made it so fucking put me at ease, and like he could have easily, out of convenience, just said like, you know what, you're right, well, you know, and he wouldn't hear it, man, and it means a lot to me. It does. Like, I'm so happy that he was so good about it. So
I mean, I'd be stupid if I did that anyways, because this guy is those hands, man.
But
when it comes to bass, dude, the fucking hands don't lie.
Oh, yeah, Richard.
It's the player.
Jam.
It's the player.
Yeah, it's the player, dude.
Always the
100%.
player, dude. Always.
Yep.
But
So-
it's
and
also
that's
great to
something that
hear.
makes, oh, sorry, Carl. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it's just great to hear that, you know, your brothers have your back, right? Or sisters,
Y'all like a
brother, and
family.
sister.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know, that's a good thing, because you know you don't want to be in one of those bands where you find that out after the fact. So this stuff right here is proving that you guys got a fucking bond. I like that, man. It's fucking great.
Yeah,
All right, Francisco.
T-Bone said it best, man. T-Bone has it right on the nose right there. He would know. I mean, it takes one to know one. I love you, brother.
His fucking feature gator is going off like a motherfucker.
Feature gator.
No,
One thing
that's
about
cool.
y'all band, y'all
Stories
don't
like
have no
that,
rock star attitude.
stories like that make you appreciate an album a little more.
Yep.
I think. You know what I mean?
For
So
me,
that's
for
cool.
sure.
See, so I have a reason for asking what I asked. God damn it!
I was just messing with you, man. I love,
Well, how
I
come,
love you, dude.
how come nobody's asking how many things had to die to make this album? I mean, there was a lot of bloodshed for this, you know. There was a lot
Well,
of
let's get
lives
into
taken.
it.
A lot of, just kidding. We
Let's
killed
hear
a
the Black
lot
Metal
of people.
With
Now
all,
you guys fucking doing Francisco.
adding
fucking friend.
to Francisco's, like, you know, his inquiry about, you know, what pisses us off and about each other, all that. That's fine, you know, if we piss each other off or we don't agree with each other, especially in the creating process. I think that, like, adversarial energy is crucial in creating something. It doesn't come easy. You can't just make something that's I don't know, substantial, holds like a lot of weight without a lot of that tension and that conflict. It's not a bad thing. People think
No.
just because you
Nope.
agree with something that
It makes a stronger product in the end.
yeah, like that it's like a bad thing, and it's not a bad thing.
Not at all.
You can learn.
And for that
Especially-
question, you get one of these.
That rules. No, yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing I don't like. No, I'm just kidding.
It's that goddamn piano. Fucking-
Hey, no. Wait, one thing that will piss Noelia off.
There we
I
go.
know, I got one.
There we go.
It's-
There we
it's-
go.
It's Comedy Night by Jodan.
Oh,
Comedy
she
Night by
hates.
Jodan.
She loves my comedy. She fucking loves it.
That is a band rule. There's a band rule about Comedy Night by Jodan.
AKA, don't give him.
Sometimes I feel like this.
Don't give him
No,
the mic.
When I'm on
If you're gonna have this mic, you better fucking control that shit.
Y'all done fucked up. Didn't even get on this microphone.
I seen Noelia on stage Look
Giving him
over and
side
go
eye.
like,
It's so fucking
that's
true.
that.
Chingado, dude.
Comedy hour's over.
Yeah, right. Hey,
Yeah, wait, yeah.
like, yeah, wait, cállate los cinco, fucking.
No. Yeah, dude, I'm totally psyched that this album is out. I know I told you guys that.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks.
I was super
Thank you, big
psyched
brother.
from when you guys started working on it, and it's been a long fucking time coming, but man, everything looks cool. The packaging
Yep.
is incredible. I'm glad. I know you guys touched on it briefly, but you stood your ground on your artwork, and again, that's another one thing that makes this album just cool. It's like you stood your ground. Hey, this is my shit. This is the way I want it.
Of course.
And that's the way I envision it, and that's the way I want to have it. So that's how we need to do it.
Can we
That
talk
fucking
about
rules.
that? Can we talk about the artwork and the little standing your ground? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean,
The BTS stuff.
it was just a thing where we submitted all the art, and then they thought about changing the color scheme, and then I was like, no, that maybe not, and then that was that.
They didn't
Oh.
push back. They're like, okay,
No.
that's good.
They
Good.
were concerned about the shirt, like selling black shirts.
Look at it. Came out great.
Well, yeah,
and
because
I
our
was
cover
like,
art's white, so.
yeah, and I was
that's-
like, no, like that's perfectly fine. Like we were gonna make shirts too and do the same damn thing, like it doesn't matter. I think it was more important to go with what we were gonna go with all along in the beginning, and then cross that that bridge when we got there. It's a strong piece, and I think you could do change the color schemes on any other like form of media or whatever, like the shirt or a banner or whatever, without having to compromise changing the color scheme of the album that was intentionally created in that way.
Or the logo,
So-
no mames.
Yeah, like it's whatever. And we worked together, we communicated and we worked together, and everything turned out fine. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of that.
I can walk.
So it wasn't like some big conflict or anything. You're just like, no, we're gonna go with what we
No.
want. All right. This I hear this and seen this before. A lot of people want a white version of this shirt. Are you guys doing your own, or is it?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Let's talk. I
They're-
mean, who's doing it? You guys, or
We're doing
label?
the Euronymous ones that are like real fucking short acá arriba.
Hey, give me 3.
Ay! Hey, why don't we play one more, man? Play
Yeah,
one
well,
more
I was
song.
literally going to say that. Let's play that song you guys were talking about. Which one is that one again?
We were talking about the riff thing.
Yeah.
That was Ophidic Revelation, no?
No, we were talking about. I think it was when the sky.
Solos are the rips.
The solo was when the scythe falls, and that riff was
The
Of-
one that
Ophidic
you
Revelation.
wanted to change. Like where you
yeah,
said,
it was Ophidic. You were like, that sounds too hardcore. You gotta make it more black, and so we rewrote the
No.
first riff.
It just had
And you
to
were
be
like-
more straightforward. It was too fancy. Like
And then you said that it sounded too much like Into 218. You're like, those two kind of have like gotta change one, so it was Ophidic. That's the last one we recorded because of that. That one, it was not the last song we wrote, but we had to double back to it to finish it. What?
no,
Look what
the
you
last
started,
one
Francisco.
was the Skyfalls, but I think it was like the second to last. Like we kept having to come back to that one because something wasn't right.
And in the end,
And that
that's
was
the one
one
you
of my
made me
favorites.
fix.
It's one of my
Ophidic
favorite
Revelation?
songs.
Yeah, Ophidic
then-
Revelations. That's that one.
I
One of the
think
ones we
Sounds
posted.
fuck.
It turned out great with all the
Yeah.
push and
The beginning riff is her fault. Right? It's cool because she made it that way.
Damn.
I mean, it's probably the best riff on the song.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I wrote it.
I'm
you
kidding.
know.
I'm kidding.
All right. She whipped it into shape.
All right, let's jam it. Let's get it in.
Yeah.
Oh, and Richard.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to bolt, y'all. I got some work stuff I gotta get in before midnight. So, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Thanks for
Thanks
everyone
for coming on, Richard.
supporting.
Appreciate it.
Richard,
I
you
appreciate
rule,
it.
Richard.
All right, love y'all,
Thank
man.
you,
Thank
Rick.
you. Thank
Later
you.
on, Rich.
Hey, give him
Alright.
some exit music, JD.
Yeah, no, fucking.
On the,
Wait. Que la cara de vida.
Baby.
All right, hit that
Oh.
song, DJ.
All right, here we go. Goddamn, dude. Save some badass from the rest of the band. That was fucking killer. Jeez.
Dude, that riff, dude. Hombre, dude.
Yeah, fucking rules, dude.
Fucking
All right,
riff.
let's see what Riddick said.
Force
Vicious
of
reminds me of
Darkness,
Force of Darkness, Destructor. This is for sure a mandatory release. Told ya. I
Cool.
wouldn't lie to you, dude. I wouldn't lie to you.
Cool. Very nice, man. Neta, I've grown up fucking enjoying his artwork, man. That's fucking that's very cool of you, man. Thank you, man. Neta, Riddick fucking rules, man.
Oh yeah, music. He got great music, great art. You dude, Riddick is so badass. I found out recently, and I ordered a shirt. I was watching wrestling WWE, and Damian Priest had this shirt on. I go, God damn, that looks like Riddick art, man. So I email Riddick, and I'm like, hey, did you know this art looks like yours, or something like that? And he's like, oh, actually, I did that art. I did did it for the
Oh,
WWE.
shit.
I was like, fuck. The big times. He's fucking
That's sick,
killing it, dude. Yeah. It was it was a WWE hot topic, cross release or whatever. But yeah, dude,
Yeah,
it sure
yeah.
looks great, man. Well, this is a
Wicked.
question that didn't even get asked tonight, and it's perfect. Who did the art for your release?
So it was a couple of artists. Um, the front cover, that one was done by an artist named Deprab Art, out of Chile. Actually, both of them are out of Chile, if I'm not mistaken. And then on the inside, there's another piece, and that one was done by an artist that goes by the name of Dracone Arts. You can find them
I
both
seen that
on
around.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
you can. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's interesting because I snagged that piece before I don't know, like he changed his style a little bit. Um, but yeah, I just oh my god, that comment.
I know. It
Yeah,
had to be
I'm sorry.
highlighted.
I'm sorry I laughed. That's why. I said that.
It's okay. Um, but yeah, like his style changed a little bit as of more recently, but I saw that piece and I was like, I really want that and I want to use it for something in, the Hexella album. Um, Originally, it had like a symbol of Neptune on her chest, but I reached out to him and I was like, hey, I'm going to use this, but do you mind if I change it to like the seal of Satan or the Luciferian seal? And he was like, no, that's cool. Like, don't, thank you for asking and total support and all that. But yeah, that's those pieces. And then we did the layout. I did the border with my blood, and we just put all the pieces together and created that layout.
Yeah, I definitely like the layout. It represents what you're hearing.
What's that,
As
Fraser?
well.
Yeah,
Wow,
it,
what Fraser showing.
That's his artwork, right? I'll make sure.
was that Riddick?
I think so.
Yeah, we'll have Riddick on. It'll be fun. But we're talking about Hexella tonight. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chill,
So
bro.
with those pieces, both of those artists are very much into the anti-cosmic Satanism, and so they know how to bring that out in the art, and so it was easy to connect with them and to see those pieces and be like, hey, that I want to buy that off of you because
It aligned with the theme.
It went
Sure.
with everything that.
It's like that's the
that
thing
I
with
was
a lot of
writing
the
about.
online artists. They'll make a lot of cool shit and just sell it, and it's like people will buy stuff just because it looks cool, but just because it looks cool doesn't mean it's gonna actually be cohesive with the theme. That's
Yeah,
fucking hard to do,
and
man.
the thing is, both of them are into this side of the occult, so it means
helps.
more, and it was
Yeah.
easier for me to connect because this is what this is what they specialize in.
Like
So-
like whatever Noelia would have asked for would have been in the vein of what they're already making. It's like, okay, cool, you're in
Yeah.
the same frequency, so there it is. Boom, we just
Frequency.
Yeah.
that's what I was
Yeah,
thinking
yeah,
of.
yeah.
With one of them, I just paid him, and then he started pushing out art, and then I was like, that's the one, and it was like that.
yeah.
So it worked out. I love the way like the pieces look, and it is a deviation from what we would do with like the first releases. Oh, on the internet.
Yep.
Yep.
Instagram, right? Or Facebook?
Both of them. I think
Oh,
the
wow.
algorithm figured out, I don't know what I was about or something, and then it
actually
they
worked.
came. Yeah,
The algorithm.
it did what it needed to do for me at that time. So
So like for the people who don't know like what these terms are, I'm sure most people do, but say someone comes along, how would you define anti-cosmic Satanism to like in a layman's term? Because I know it's a loaded question, but
yeah, that is
so
because it
people
differs for
understand what
everyone.
kind of, talking
Yeah.
about.
It leans more towards it leans more towards like the misanthropic side of life and the darker aspects of the human psyche. Um,
It's like a
Satan,
return to the purest purity of before
yeah,
everything was
like
born, before the Big Bang.
a current of primal energy. Um, People use that in different ways. Any of this stuff, I'm not here to start cults or whatever,
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
it's just kind of like a, I don't know. Whoever you ask is always going to have a different answer. So it's kind of hard to explain it. It always means something different
Well,
to
we're
everyone
really
else.
looking more for what you think, not, like, what other answers
Yeah.
would be.
Well,
I really want to know
well,
how you guys feel about it, really.
yeah. So it weaves in and out of misanthropy and nihilism. And like Joe mentioned before, a big theme in it for me is a return to nothingness, which is
Just that
a
fucking
dark,
primal, yeah.
yeah,
Something,
like
yeah.
an emptiness. Yeah, it's very nihilistic in a sense, but there's a lot that goes into how I view it. So I take a lot from like the mythos of like the Luciferian like stories, or like Lilith or Samael, and how those like play into um, like that form of anti-cosmic
Got
Satanism. You can find like a lot of that if you study like the night side or the Qliphoth, which is like the tree of death. It's the inverse of the tree of life. So um, you can look into that. Yeah,
So
Satanism
if
is
you're listening and
very,
you're interested, those are where you can kind of start looking into to see.
yeah, and Satanism is a very individualistic kind of a
Yep.
thing. Like it's different for everyone. If you, to me, like if you're part of like a cult, like you're not really, I don't know, but that's
Just
just how
You're
I
another
still
view
kind
it.
sheep.
of you're still kind of
Yeah,
conforming. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
should be that way.
exactly.
it can never be the same for everybody. And
It
you'll
should be.
read my lyrics and you'll interpret them like the way you're going to interpret them, and that's fine. Like that's what you need to do. Like that's what's going to work for you. Not everybody's going to like see what I see, and it can only mean what it means. Like for me, it's very cryptic. So
I mean,
yes, I
for
know. I consume and I read like all of these like occult texts and um, just these kinds of things, and I interpret them that the way that I would, through the lens of how I live my life, and how these things like align with me as a person. I don't know. Humans are complicated, and we have a lot of different aspects, and I think that I like to explore these aspects of myself through that context. Um, and I think that a lot of humans don't do, or humans, a lot of people don't do that. Like they're not interested in that side of themselves because I don't know, it can be kind of scary, it can be grotesque and disgusting, and they don't want to look at that. And I'm not afraid to look at
Yeah.
that.
It- yeah, and if you're not looking at that side of yourself too, you're kind of living in an illusion because that is you as well. You have to accept all you are to
That's
kind
true.
of, to I don't know, to be real. I don't know what the fucking word is, but
to
yeah,
not
I think,
fucking pose.
yeah,
Be real,
like you can't-
exactly, man.
You have to accept. Sometimes I am a fucking asshole. Maybe that's not what you're saying, but it's good to realize, like, like you're not fucking as great as you think you are. You do have flaws, and you do have sometimes some terrible thoughts and things, but doesn't mean it defines you. But it means that is a part of life and who you are and how you think.
Well,
Yeah.
it goes with anything, if I may. Being genuine about something and not just you know, being a part of something just because you read it somewhere and you're just repeating what somebody else's thoughts or ideas are. You know, you're actually taking something in, and you know, whatever it is you get out of it, that's what you get out of it, not you know, what a group of people think about a certain thing.
Yeah.
You know, any type of topic. And that goes with everything.
That's
goes
being
with
genuine.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, just being
Well, I
yourself, being true to yourself, and you know, unfortunately, I think like Noelia said, not many people are willing to do that, to go down
Like-
that path.
And like for me, I mean, Noelia again, she's the spear of the concept of the message behind the spell that is Hexella, right? But for me, as a weapon in the toolbox, right? I know that the way I align is more of like a matter of fact of existence as far as like death and chaos and these other things, right? And these concepts that Hexella explores and expresses and stuff always align easily with kind of how I am. So I don't have to fucking pretend to be someone I'm not to be in the band, right? So maybe I'm not conjuring the words that she's using or the exact ideal or ideas that she's expressing and sharing. My way, my approach to this living, it easily works with the things, the concepts that she teaches and that not teaches, she shares, right, with these songs and these lyrics and stuff and the artwork, right? I don't have to pose to be somebody else. It works out, you know. So everybody's genuine. Like Richard's his own character, you know. He wears his horror shirts all the time. He's not like always wearing the Cannibal Corpse shirts and whatever the fuck gory shirts. He doesn't give a fuck about all that visual shit. He is who he is. He doesn't have to fucking dress up to impress anybody, you know. He's if you know who he is, you realize motherfucker's true as shit. You know, and it's about being genuine. It's very important, man. Integrity in the damn craft.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of. Oh, go ahead. No, yeah.
I was going to say, to answer Riddick's question, I read a lot of the Temple of the Black Light stuff. I would speak a lot to our old singer from Total Human Genocide. So he's the one who actually like showed me that tradition. Other things that I've gotten into, or there's an author called Curval, I think that's his last name. He does some like interesting stuff on like on the anti-cosmic like current. There's a book called I think it's called Wrathful Chaos. That's a book that I read that I found really interesting. Yeah, and there was a lot of things in there that I don't know, that I just connected with. Liber Azaret, that's another one. Which is a book that's really fucking hard to get a hold of, and if you do get a hold of it, it's like $2,000 to get it. It's crazy. And
it's really a fucked up message too. It's like it's serious. You know, that book is heavy.
So, yeah, and then like Book of the Citraca. You know, I read a lot of stuff about the Citraca as it pertains like to. I have read like other things that pertain to like the Citraca or the clip off, if you will, in different contexts. Like there's you know, the anti-cosmic tradition, but then there's also like just a left hand tradition, and there's a lot of different texts out there, and I've read a few of them. And I do see the differences. I think the most intense one for me is like, or for me is always the ones written by, I think he goes by NAA 218. He did Liber Falsa for the first, the second, and I believe there's a third one also. I have the first one. Yeah, just a lot of stuff, a lot of reading, a lot of different grimoires, and that's what I do. It's weird, all right? Like, but it inspires me, and I connect to it, and it works for me while I'm here on this plane for a while.
There you go. Thank you for answering that because
It's
I
loaded.
was wondering earlier, trying to see like what type of authors were reading into to come help you
Yeah.
guide the concepts that you're into as well.
Yeah,
So that was
yeah,
cool.
and
Thank you.
yeah, and I mean, there's also like you don't. So the thing about like reading like different authors is you don't have to take everything that they say like as like that's it. That's the one and done. Like that's not how it works, you know. So, um, you know,
Someone wants screen time. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Hey, while you're calming the beast, hey, spirit world, look, click that shit. The spirit world comment.
What?
Show Noelia.
This one right here. Hold on.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I mean that's where it all started. That's where it all started, and they had their very own like circle, the MLO, and they
MLO.
they did fucked up shit, and a lot of things spawned out of that. You know, I'm gonna go get the dog. Hold on.
Yeah, it's fine. I think both our guests are
It's like a
leaving.
200-pound dog. You guys better watch out. It's a big dog.
Yeah.
He's
So
like,
Sorry about that.
A lot
Where
of
were we?
things
There.
spawned out
Where
of that.
were we?
A lot of bands write about this stuff. Nothing, and it's funny that you bring that up because like I didn't get into that album that
That
he was-
chaos, that
I-
last one.
yeah
the last one. Well, musically,
Rain-
yeah, it was a little diversion.
It was
I
it
didn't-
was
I didn't
weird.
get into that album. A lot of people did, and it took me a long time to even engage in those concepts. Many years.
Many.
Um, but yeah, lots of bands spawned out of dissection. You know, like East philosophies, like The Devil's Blood is one of them. Flame is another one. For example, there is another band also that is very much anti-cosmic. He was friends
Wasn't
with.
like Watain and all them guys and
Yeah,
the whole little
yeah.
circle
Yeah.
is all from
Yup.
the dissection book.
The guy from Shub Nugaroth was into that shit. Julio.
Hey, we're on a public channel. Watch your
yeah.
watch your words. All right.
Sorry,
I don't know about
Hey,
that.
whoa.
And,
The
and
wrath?
To be,
What? Wrath?
to be very honest, I didn't understand it until after I had like looked into everything. Like I didn't understand it until after I read stuff. So that stuff came first, and then I was able to understand the music, and I was like, oh, you know, okay, that's what's going on here. Oh, I get it now. But there's just so many facets of the occult. Like it's Chris said this that well it could almost never run dry if you're linked into it, you know, well
I
enough.
mean, it's almost like, I mean, Christianity would always did for sex, you know, like you can't just say there's one form of Satanism. I mean, I know the actual Satanists will say, no, ours is, but no,
Yeah.
like you said, there's so much out there and different
I-
concepts.
If I may, on that point,
You may.
when we come to this like existence, we come alone. Like we arrive alone, and we leave alone. So this thing that happens in between the arrival and the departure, that's yours, right? So how am I gonna come to exist alone on my own, right? I came here, but now my time in between is not about me but about you, and I follow you, and I forget that I have my own fucking path. So your interpretation to all these things, you know, whatever terms you want to use, occult or esoteric or Kabbalistic or whatever, even Catholic, even Christian, whatever the fuck it is, yours, if it's organic, is not going to be exactly like your. And the moment that you start saying, no, you tell me how I do this so that I'm doing it right because it's how you say, that you're in a cult at this point. Now you're just a lemming. You've lost your own path. And you know, that's fucked up, man. Like when you forget to live in your life, why even have one at that point? You know what I'm saying? And all this is part of it. Living is doing shit, thinking shit, feeling shit, you know, and everybody has to find it in themselves. And so, yeah, these concepts, they're on the platform, but the way we process them has to be, if it's organic, then your answer is not going to be exactly like the person next door, because then otherwise you're headbanging because you look and you see the people next to you headbanging, so okay, I'm gonna headbang too, and you want to headbang, but you want to make sure everybody else is headbanging too on the front row. Fuck that shit, man. Fucking clench your fists and headbang if it fucking makes you move. Don't give a fuck if you're the only person and there's like you're by yourself and everybody's standing 6 feet away from the stage and you want to go up to the stage. Go up to the fucking stage. That's your time. Don't do just because you're shy and because other people don't do. Have a good time. You know what I mean? Live that kind of thing, right? So yeah,
non-conformity.
To an extent, you know. Yeah.
Carl,
T-Bone's
do we have time for a
question.
two-part question.
Yeah, you. Go ahead.
No, actually, I want to make
What?
a comment earlier that
Okay.
I don't want this opportunity to pass up. Miss A about an hour ago left a comment in the chat saying that she had introduced Hexella to one of her students, and he's like, just Hexella hit him, kind of like, you know, when you hear a band and they hit you when you're a little kid. That happened to me as a little kid. So I know
shit.
she had requested something that from, and if Miss A, if you're still there, if you can put that comment up there again, because I thought that was really
I did see the comment about the kid being like, he's all about Hexella, like it overwhelmed him or something. Like,
I heard
yeah,
her
saw
say
that.
if she could tell
somebody's name.
tell
'cause
me
he
to
wanted-
say
he wanted to shout
hi.
out.
Oh,
Where's
like an
it?
actual shout out.
I think so.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if she's still there.
Yeah, I don't know if she's still in there. Hmm.
Yeah, it was really cool. I was like, wow,
Somebody
that fucking kicks ass.
email her or call her and let her know. And we'll do
Yeah,
it.
that.
Yeah, 'cause that's pretty cool. That'll make
Oh,
that kid alive.
If it's for her student, shout out
Yeah,
to
that's
Miss
cool as
A's
shit.
student.
Yeah.
Hi.
Aw.
Yeah, shout out to you, man.
Well, hold on. You
Or-
need to get us off the screen. That poor kid. He doesn't even see you.
Nah.
That little
Hey, you
Fraser
know
over
what?
there
This,
just staring.
you know,
Oh,
I
one
hope
more
this.
time. Come on.
Shout out to Miss A's student.
Yeah. I don't-
Hello from Hexella. Many hails.
There you
Yeah.
go. That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Many
'cause I think
fucking
she wanted to
hells.
clip it or something.
She's waving.
Oh, that's.
Fucking dick. Time out, Fraser.
Uh,
There you go.
Yeah, no, that's cool, man. That was like, oh, that's fucking badass.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe
Mike
she'll
B hit
come
her
back.
up, so maybe she'll come back and say.
Hey,
all
stop
right,
hitting
man, we're-
people, Mike.
Yes, dude, I was just gonna say.
Lee's gonna fuck you up now.
No shit.
I'm just kidding.
Fucking
Okay, here she
T-Bone.
is. Who was the name of the student you wanted to shout out, Miss A?
Oh yeah, yeah. Can you repeat that
Can we,
comment,
can
please?
we say his name? We were doing a
Okay,
shout out to
JD.
your student.
Chingao. And then my thing was behind, and I missed my only time I've ever won the wheel. Damn it!
How it goes.
Oh, okay. His name is Christopher.
Christopher.
All right.
All right. One more take. We're gonna have to do this
Yeah.
again. I'm
Take
sorry.
two.
Shout out to Christopher from Hexella. Many hails.
And
Yeah,
Zula.
man, that kid's gonna be like, whoa. I'm
T-Bone
gonna pull
wants
this
to shout out
motherfucker
for
around.
Look what Miss
That's
A
super
did
cool.
for me.
Yeah, that's rules, dude. I was like, hell yeah. That comment got me all psyched up.
But it's cool. I mean,
Aw.
see it connect with a fucking kid. Hell yeah. That's
Oh,
great.
yeah, nothing wrong with that.
That's how it all starts. You get them into this great genre.
Then they get
All right,
obsessed and
we-
become musicians. No.
Yep, amazing. Don't
Be a
want anything
doctor.
else but jam out.
Birds like us.
He's gonna be all anti-cosmic now.
Yeah. Like
Mom,
those
I
memes.
told you about
No, Johnny, don't look at him, Johnny.
That rules. No, that rules.
So,
My turn with Rich.
I love it.
He wants that autograph.
Oh, hey, wait, check it out. Her students trying to jam out some songs. Fuck yeah, dude. Jam away, dude. Hell yeah.
Very cool.
Damn, badass.
Super badass.
Don't be a doctor, be an anti-cosmic doctor. All right. We're going to go in 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
I think we're ready to start wrapping this up. Is there, Francisco, is there anything you want to say or ask or final round here?
No, just if you haven't gotten the album, get it. It fucking kicks ass. They put out a fantastic fucking album in 2025. God damn it. And this is coming from somebody that doesn't like anything. So this album fucking rules. I've listened to it at least, I don't know. I know definitely more times than Fraser has. Definitely more times than he has.
He heard it twice today.
I heard it twice like fucking 2 weeks ago, dude. Fuck you been? Where you been?
Yep.
But anyway,
we're cut him some slack. He just got the CD. You know, Fraser, he don't order.
You need to get it.
To get it.
And I do me a personal favor, and when you go on your fucking online, when you're spending wasting your time like me all day online, and hey, fucking Bobby's Fest is happening. But hey, I know this band Hexella that you should fucking get on this fest. Those type of things go a long way. So everybody do that shit. If you dig the band, support the fucking band. You can do it by getting on fucking your fucking internet sites and all that, and say, hey, Hexella would be a great fucking band. Have a Hexella play. I want to see Hexella play. And you know, that's how you can help out. And
just share their music around too.
Share the music.
Share that shit. Spread the madness.
And support what you like. Oui? Hey, was it the Crying Orc? Was that right?
A huevo. You get a CD,
I
papa.
heard it a long time ago.
And then the song when you win. There you go.
Stupid.
There you go. All right. Anyway, all right, hey, you guys rule.
Hey, where's your copy, Francisco?
It's in the mail, bro. Check's in the mail.
Oh, Fraser calling out. Oh,
I mean, I had my copy 2 weeks ago. I won a poser and waited like you.
oh,
Thanks,
Do I
Riddick.
see it? Do I see
that's
it?
back.
Like I have a copy. Physical copy. Don't be a ho-ho.
I'm trying to find something. I don't have it, Fraser.
Okay,
You
you're a
got me, Fraser.
ho-ho.
You got me.
Hey, that's
You got
fucking
me.
wild, man. Neta, like, that's crazy to see Riddick in the chat. That's cool.
Oh yeah, hey, Soil Bleeds Black,
That's how
Thy
the show
Kingdom
rolls
is
over here,
Fade,
bro.
is one of my favorite records ever. So people always laugh at me. Hey, what is that? I said, that shit fucking rules. If you don't know the Soil Bleeds Black, The Kingdom and Its Fae, look that shit up right now. Those guys were pretty much started that dungeon, what people call dungeon synth, which is
Oh, shit. I gotta check it out then. I like
dumb
that
as all
stuff.
fuck. The Soil
Playing
Bleeds Black, the
real-
Riddick brothers.
Real
Fuck
MIDI
yeah!
instruments, not just keyboard sounds. They
Wait, what's wrong with keyboards, bro?
You be another cradle?
What?
Not from you, sir.
All right. Fraser, final thoughts, final words. What are you gonna say?
Good shit. Support. Buy it. Don't be a bitch. Don't be a ho-ho. Don't be a poser. Be a fucking metalhead, bitches. Out there and support. Motherfucker.
Your neighbors, bro. Calm down.
Calm down, dude. Chill out.
Don't get the cops called on you now.
Right.
No, sir.
just
No
moved
wonder
in.
they call
Hey,
you
you want to hear
Tourette's
something
guy.
crazy before I forget? You know my fucking boss said this to me yesterday or 2 days ago, whenever it was. He calls me the devil.
Devil.
He said, yeah, he calls me the devil. You see, you know who that is? That's the devil. And one of the officers said, "Why you call him the devil?" Because he listens to heavy metal.
Shit.
Got a point.
Hey,
That's
fucking everyone
just tell
does.
him damn right.
Hell yeah.
Don't talk about my angel girl too. All right, JD.
Yes.
Anything else you want to say here? I know we picked your brain, but maybe you got.
Yeah, no, man. I just look. If I could say anything, man, it doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're doing podcasts, if you're doing bands, if you're, whatever it is you're doing, videos, etc. Just be genuine, man. Try not to fucking don't be a tryhard. Do it because you like it. Do it because it comes from you, and if you're gonna do it right. Have fun with it. And the integrity and the intent behind your artwork, people can pick up on that shit. It doesn't have to be, it can be slow and heavy, and it can be that too, as long as it's done with like fucking intent. It doesn't work if you laugh, man. You can't laugh at that shit, and you gotta be serious.
That's serious shit, dude. The fuck?
That's what I meant. Good night, guys. Thank you. Hells Satan.
Thank you. All right, Noelia, you got anything else you want to add to the conversation before we leave?
Yeah, thanks to everyone tuning in. Appreciate you guys and everybody who's been sharing our stuff. That means a lot to us. We're just an underground band, and so we're not
Y'all
Molly
deserve
it. as we made apparent on another podcast that I was on. So appreciate the support, and yeah, thanks. Share, like, subscribe.
And in the words in the words of
or the witching hour. Share, like, subscribe.
In the words of King Fowley, what did he say? Stay wild. What did he say? Fucking Fraser ruined it when he came in.
If music doesn't want to make you set yourself on fire, don't listen to it.
Boom.
That's a fact. Yeah.
Boom.
So
What if
I
want
just
to
want
set
to.
Fraser on fire.
Oh.
Oh, poor Fraser. Fucking Fraser, dude. He was internet famous even before all this. Check this out.
Why don't you make like a banana and shit?
Oh, that's a good one, Fraser. I like that one.
Yeah, okay, that's not me, man. Y'all know that.
It's not you.
Oh, it's
What?
all you. It's totally
Wait
you,
a
dude.
minute. Let me see that
Bullshit.
again.
Why don't you make like a banana and shit?
Eee.
Oh my god.
Okay. Let's get the fuck out
Now
of here.
back to seriousness. Your
Alright.
fucking album is one of the most genuine, fucking badass albums I've
10 out of
heard.
10. Definitely
10 out of 10. 10.
Thank you.
100
Thank
out
you.
of 10. It fucking rules. And I'm so glad, dude, you guys are fucking on Hells Headbangers, because then it deserves the reach that it's gonna get. Some shit on Hells Headbangers, I'm not gonna say bands, but some stuff I'm like, how the fuck they get signed on that? But this is something I think deserves, that type of a release, damn it. So good for you guys. I'm happy for you. Hope it fucking takes you further.
I just saw the picture. That's pretty fucking cool.
Which
Miss
picture?
A student.
Oh,
That's
okay.
Mama Low.
Yeah.
All right. Fucking cool.
Nice. And that's it.
Hey.
The show's over. I'll
That's
play
it.
one more song on the way out,
Fuck
and
yeah.
then the show's over. Go home. Watch something else.
Yep.
Anyone, you guys want me to pick? I mean, you want me to pick, or you want to pick one? I don't care either way.
You pick, Carl.
Okay.
Yeah, you pick, Carl. And then Francisco Twitch. Let's go.
No.
It's 3 in the morning. 3 in the morning. Go.
Hey, you host it. You're good.
Oh yeah. There
Yeah,
you go.
You
host
do all the
it.
work.
I'll set it up. You do all the work. I'll set it up.
No, you do all the
Hey,
work.
that
I'll
fucking
just-
song. I don't know which one you're gonna play, but is it gonna be that one that is called
I'm playing Leviathan.
No
Calls.
Return?
No.
That's a good song, too, that No Return.
That's
Sounds like
yeah,
a
yeah.
motor-
That's
Well, I think.
Dude, that song.
All right. I'll play that one.
It's got that speed metal beginning.
Sounds like a
It's got
Motorhead.
that epic
Yeah,
ass
yeah.
ending with that lead. No, baby.
Eee.
All right, enough mamando, y'all. I'm gonna listen to the song
All right.
later.
And
Later.
Later. Jam out. Order the album from Hells Headbangers. Don't be a wuss. Don't be a puss. Right, Fraser? Order this
Hell
shit.
yeah.
I lied. Hey, maybe I will.
cheeseburgers don't attack you, do they?
What is light without dark?